take my hand and we'll go away to a different place, float on air and we'll hide away. I'll be your escape. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, you're ready to begin, and just levitate. No control over where we go, but we don't care to know. Ignorance is bliss. Your tears are gone, and they drifted back from where they came, and they will not be missed. Look up and feel the shifting winds tossing us around again. Hold tight, you're ready to begin, and just levitate. traveling the mountains just to find the loudest seas. We set down by the fire, knowing we could aim higher, but we didn't know that yet. So if you want something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. Something to hold on to, gotta find it first. But here I am, 'cause I've been laying under palm trees, waiting for the summer, knowing there's nowhere to go. 'Cause I am happy on this island, wanna be my farmland. I don't ever want to leave, I'm in a tropic club. I'm in a tropic club. We wanted to run, we wanted to fall together. Back then our world seemed so clear. We were so bright, shimmering lights around us. We'd take flight into the sky. How many worlds would you cross to use the light that's right in front of you? There is no light on the other side, I say. Look straight ahead and you will see. You will see. will see. How many worlds would you cross to use the line that's right in front of you? There is no light on the other side. I say look straight ahead and you will see. Take my hand, I'll lead you on into the stars. We'll ride away from all the wars. We'll close the doors and disappear again. And I don't know how many times I've said that this is not the end, and we will make it out of here alive. Oh, alive.
Hello and welcome back to DKRTR Street Round 2 of 2026 season. Today is day 2, our day of tandem competitions, following yesterday's qualification that we've seen. Today the drivers that qualified are gonna battle it out in tandem battles on the same layout in just a few minutes. It's gonna be a fun day. We had a bunch of interesting results in yesterday's qualifications. We had a few high ones, but more lower scores were also there. So a lot of what was the drop zone? 60?
Drop zone was 59 or 60.
59 or 60, yeah. So it's pretty low drop zone. So a lot of lower qualifying scores also qualified. So it's gonna make for an interesting tandem battle today.
Yeah, but well, the track is very technical, but also that results in the lower qualifying as well. And even though they might not have scores that are as high, they could still be dangerous in tandems as well. I mean, look at it right now. Look at the tandems right now. I mean, those are super close now in the training as well.
Yeah. Nice.
And remember, these are the drivers, these are the top drivers and our lowest rated drivers, basically, in terms of the top 32. So, starting out with the first battle, we're going to have Armāns Vēsmanis versus
Aleksandrs Borisovs.
So first against our 32nd qualifier. And, I mean, we all know how good Armāns is, but, in tandems, anything can happen.
Yeah. So we just have to wait and see. Oh, and here it is again.
Yes.
The nice, beautiful E46 Street Pro. I love the body kit.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, I wish we could see more of that. If I remember correctly, that one of the judges, who is also the one who's driving this in actual street season, is actually sitting in the model of this right there in the track.
Yeah.
Okay, but here we've got our first tandem battle already lining up. It's going to be Armāns Vēsmanis starting in the chase and Aleksandrs Borisovs Armāns starting in the lead and Aleksandr starting in the chase. They're already off the line. Nice initiation right there. Aleksandr's pretty close to Armāns' door. Armāns taking a very nice lead run line. Transitioning over for outside zone 4 already, and Aleksandrs Borisovs with a really nice proximity and angle and speed and line mimic all the way throughout up until this point as well, already in outer zone 8. Very good transition timing from Aleksandrs there as Armāns tries to put up the best lead run of his life. Wow, look at this. Very good from Aleksandrs in the chase. Oh, and bumps Armāns. Oh! And Aleksandr starting in the chase there at the very end, right there from Aleksandrs. That was a bit of a nasty bump that sent Armāns straight into the wall across the finish line. Might even make it a 0 for Armāns because he crossed the finish line already straightened because of Aleksandr's.
Look at Aleksandr's chase. That's what I said before, in tandems anything can happen, and that chase is so good by him.
Yeah, very nice.
You would not expect that he's the 32nd
Exactly,
qualifier.
yeah.
Look at that, gets right into the pocket as well. Very good on the transition times, but then just,
yeah, he shallowed out on the angle, so he gained more speed, so he ran into his side, and that's really bad. Really interesting, like how this is going to be judged, but yeah, take it over for the second run.
So yeah, now we're going to swap it around. Alexander's in the lead, Armands in the chase. So let's see what we got for this one, and a good initiation here from the lead of Alexander's. Armands a bit further back, not as close to that pocket of the driver's side door or the passenger door, but still the lead driver going through all of the zones exactly as he should. Look at that, right up against the wall. Armands a bit further back, to be honest, in terms of the proximity. Very close to the wall on the lead there. Wow. Very good throughout the zones here as well, and through the touch and go. Look at that, nice transition timing there from Armands as well, very close to the rear bumper, and also bumped him over the finish line.
Well, so not as bad, not as crazy at least.
Yeah, but good runs overall, I would say. In the lead, a bit low on angle here at the start, so that maybe made it a bit more difficult for Armands to get as close, but overall, I would say good job by both drivers. In terms of proximity, it looked like Armands could, Alexander's could stay closer. Yeah, Alexander's could stay closer for more of the track, but of course also your chase can only be as good as your lead, and it did seem like Armands' lead was way smoother.
Yeah, I think so as well. I did see a little bit of a mistake by Armands there in outer zone 8 as well. He angled up a lot, so he almost stalled it right there, but he managed to pull it through and get back right on Alexander's doors, but that was, in comparison, that was a minor mistake to what Alexander's did at the end of their, like his lead, chase run.
And we got the results here, and yeah, that's going to be Armands Westmans taking the win. So moving on to the top 16. Thank you, of course, to Alexander's. I mean, that was a really good chase.
Yeah,
great proximity. That was very well done. But unfortunately, you're going up against Armands. You know, he's a very good driver. Has done plenty well here, just in RTRiga as well, in these events.
He's done a lot of tandems with these cars as well, so he's well experienced with them, knows what to do, and he knows how to drive against any different style of driver.
Yeah, but up next we have our next competitors on the line already. It's going to be Walid Taha versus Ernestas Jakubelis. So Lithuania versus Jordan. And I do think that those countries are the other way around.
Yeah, probably.
So it's going to be Walid in the lead, Ernestas in the chase. The light goes green, and let's see how this one's going to go. So a bit of a shallow initiation there in the lead from Walid, but Ernestas already in the pocket right there. Look at that. See, he can stay right on the front door throughout almost all of that zone.
Nice.
Walid still hitting all of the zones exactly as he should, and look at the chase. Great proximity, a bit less angle, very good timing on that transition as well.
Nice.
Yeah, great timings on the transitions, and then just dives right into the pocket immediately. But of course, Walid also providing a very solid lead, and what a transition yet again there from Ernestas in the chase. And there we go, over the finish line. I mean, great run.
Yeah, if you look at the starting again, he immediately finds the perfect line for initiation, so he would be in the pocket immediately right of the start of drift.
Very aggressive.
Yeah, manages to stay there for the entire run. Really good chase from Ernestas. Walid also did put up a solid lead run for that as well. Of course, you can have a great lead without having a great chase without having a great lead, as we all know. But the chase from Ernestas here was really great. Look at this transition. It looked like he went right through him. Crazy close.
And then stays exactly on the same angle throughout the whole turn.
Nice.
That was very well done by both drivers.
Yeah.
So let's turn it around right now. Ernestas in lead and Walid in the chase.
Yeah, let's see if Walid can also stick to Ernestas' doors. And as they initiate, Walid is a little bit further away, but he immediately starts getting all the ground back up. Ernestas, in the meantime, is going wall to wall all the way throughout the track, already through outside zone 7 right now. Transitioning over for 8. Oh, and Walid takes a huge inside line and almost hits Ernestas there. takes a bit of a shallower angle, but still finds his way to Ernesto's doors, transitioning over for the last outside zone, a bit of a gap between them, but already closing it back up in and across the finish line. Interesting run, a little bit of mistakes here and there by Walid in the chase. I think some very close calls on close crashes, if you could say. Needs to watch out a little bit more. Great run in the lead from Ernestus there. This was very dangerous here in outer zone 8. I think probably Ernestus should be taking this if you like compare lead to lead, chase to chase. Probably I think that's the way it's gonna swing. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean that lead by Ernestus was way smoother.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's going to be the deciding factor here. And so slide him left for Walid, right for Ernestus, and moving on to the top 16 on this one, it's going to be Ernestus, not a unanimous vote, so Mark is voting for Walid on this one.
Interesting.
So there we go, yeah, Ernestus moving on to the top 16, congrats, Walid. I mean, those were good runs, but you know, hopefully on the next one as well. Tough going up against such high qualifying scores as well.
Yeah, it is what it is. The lower you qualify, the higher your opponent has qualified. So at least these beginning top 32 runs can sometimes be really outmatched. Like you can go up against some drivers that are completely in a different league than you are, and it is just what happens in these ones. But okay, we're moving on to our next tandem already, and it's Luis Trevino from Spain in the lead, going up against Oleg Solomychenko in the chase from Ukraine, already off into outer zone 3. Really decent lead line from Luis there. Oh, a bit of a shallower angle. Oleg in the meantime right on his doors in the chase. Oh, shallows on the angle as well, and bumps Luis in the lead position, but they both stay in it. Nobody is disturbed much by this. Already going through outer zones. Which one is it now? 8 or 9? Yeah, coming up to the last one now. Struggling a little bit in the chase. Oleg there to keep up, but reeling him back in across the finish line. Yeah, again, some mistakes there from both drivers, as we could see. I think the prediction that you said yesterday about today's race being full of like interesting tiny mistakes is coming through.
Yeah, interesting runs. The mistake by Luis there on the, which one was that? Outside zone 3, right?
Yeah.
On that one, he was very shallow there, but Oleg managed to adapt to it and fell back a bit further, and then immediately attacked afterwards as well to get into the pocket.
Yeah.
So
good job from
swapping
him.
them around, Oleg in the lead, Luis in the chase. E46 against E36 here as well. So initiating here in outside zone 1, good job on the lead. And Luis there, a bit further back on the start, but managed to catch him. Not quite on the door, more in the rear wheel. So not quite the proximity we would want to see, but he is getting closer. And yeah, look at the lead. Oleg right there hitting all of the zones as he should. Very aggressive transition, and yeah, a bit too aggressive there from Oleg, goes into the wall, but managed to save it. More contact here, yeah, but still both drivers keep on going. And yeah, a bit of a gap opened up now by the last outside zone. And there we go, over the finish line. So yeah, inconsistent, I would say, at times from both drivers.
Oleg completely missed outside zone 3. Look at this. Hits 2 and completely misses 3. Still looking on a decent line for 4, but yeah, that was a big, massive mistake in the lead position from him.
At the start, he was having trouble on the zones, but here later on, you could see he pulled it together for the middle of the track and then just went too aggressive.
Yeah.
It looked like, you know, maybe he had trouble at...
And here again.
Yeah. It looked like at one moment maybe he had trouble with the higher speed corners, but he was doing well on more of the lower speed ones.
Yeah, well, let's see which way does the pendulum swing on this one. How do you think?
I think, well, we're about to see.
Yep.
So have the results screen up already, and it's going to be Luis Trevino moving on unanimously up to the top 16. So thank you, Oleg, for participating. Good runs, and yeah, hope to see you guys on the next one as well. I hope I'm going to be joining in on the next one.
Oh, you better do.
Yeah.
You better finally do some preparations and join us for the next one because you have been missing out on the first 2 rounds already.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it to us. You have to enter at least one of these.
All right, enough about that. So up next is going to be Viktor Janowski versus Miloš Kavin. So 2 Polish drivers battling out already in the top 32, both in E36s. And so let's get ready. Let's wait for the light to go green, and we're gonna have a Polish battle on right now.
It looks like the cameraman's hands are getting a bit shaky. Maybe we can give some hype in the chat for the cameraman standing there all day.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough in this weather. Oh, and there we go. The light goes green, and we have the first run of Viktor in the lead and Miloš in the chase. A nice initiation here at outside zone 1 from the lead driver, but Miloš a bit further back on the start, managed to reel him in, goes a bit too aggressive though, so has to back out once again. Oh, a lot of difficulty there in the chase for Miloš, not managing to stay at a consistent pace with the lead driver, but now seems like he's starting to get the hang of it again. Maybe had the nerves at the start and starting to get used to it now. Yeah, look at that, nice proximity there. Of course, good job by Viktor in the lead as well. Right now getting into all the zones as he should, and at the end, beautiful, over the finish line, side by side. So yeah, an inconsistent start to this run from Miloš, but he managed to pull it together and got into the pockets towards the second part of the lap. Yeah, here.
Yeah, a bit messy transition after outside zone 3. But his initiation as well, he started on a very, very inside line.
Right off the bat, that really messes you up for the rest of the start.
Yeah. So he was way too close to the lead car just before that transition after outside zone 3. And looked like there might have been even some contact that we didn't see from the perspective of the cameras. But yeah, pretty unfortunate for that. But let's see if he can do better in the chase position. Now Miloš is going to be in the lead and Viktor in the chase. As they come up and initiate already, and Viktor chooses a different initiation strategy, but immediately gets on Miloš's doors. Miloš does a pretty decent lead run so far, going through all of the zones, as he should in his lead run. Viktor, on the other hand, performing a perfect chase run so far. Oh, there was some wavering there, got stuck on the angle just before transition there, and made some issues by chase for the chase driver as well. Going through the last outside zone already, door to door across the finish line. Yeah, I really want to analyze that one moment. I think it was outer zone 7, where the lead driver just held on to the angle for a bit longer before the transition, and I think that caused a little bit of contact. Let's see. No, not here, but it should be here then. Yeah, here.
Well,
or it was just a late transition from the chase.
It does look like they just they weren't on the same page on that one. I can't really tell who was at fault right there. It seemed like Miloš was just trying to put on a lot of angle for the corner, and then Viktor wanted to straighten out a bit to dive in. So it might have just been like them misunderstand, like the chase driver misunderstanding what the lead is going to do, but also at the same time the lead throwing it a bit too hard in the corner as well.
Yeah, interesting situation.
Yeah, the timing seemed to align because it happened way too close.
We're gonna see it again.
Yeah.
No, this is the other one. This is the first.
Yeah, I mean on this one, I would say at the start looking a bit flaky, but there, I mean, starting from here on out, cleaned it up nicely in the chase, But Viktor, I mean, not really seeing too many mistakes in that lead. Very well done.
Yeah, good stuff in the lead from Viktor here. Definitely takes it, I think.
Here at the end of Miloš getting really close.
Yeah.
So unfortunate that he had that initiation, messed up the first part of his run completely. But yeah, still a good second half of the run. And the judges are still deciding, so no decision for us just yet.
Yeah, I'm really cautious about using the term messed up his run completely before the results come in, because I wouldn't know.
Well, looking at how he could do the rest of the run, yeah, exactly. There we go, one more time.
One more time.
Judges want to see a clean run. Well, drivers do as well.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
does.
Everybody does,
Everybody
spectators
does.
including.
So yeah, that's gonna be a one more time for this one. I mean, I hope to see them both clean up their mistakes, and looks like it could be a very good battle.
Yeah, I hope they keep the tradition up. Usually, when we see one more times, we see drivers already learn from the previous run, already learn the basically the driving style of the other driver, and basically throw down a bit more aggressive and do better usually. So let's hope that's exactly what happens here. They're back on the starting line already with some fresh tires on. Victor in the lead and Milos in the chase this time. Let's go 3, 2, 1 and green. And they run in for the initiation. Nice side-by-side initiation from Milos there. Really close proximity. Better line this time around, but also has to be on a really shallow and slow transition after outer zone 3. Going for outer zone 7 already. Still good and decent proximity. No big mistakes. Decently timed transition for outer zone 8. Now 9. Just glued to his door almost, and Victor at the same time doing a really good job in the lead as well. No mistakes from him as far as I can see, no big adjustments, and side by side across the finish line as well. So I think there was a huge improvement in this run, at least from Milos in the chase position. Victor already did a pretty decent job on the first time around, and continues to do exactly the same. But Milos definitely cleaned his act up in the chase this time around. So good to see that that's exactly what happened. Did you like this one?
I mean, I would call Victor's lead more than just decent. That was very well done by him in the lead. But yeah, Milos managed to clean up the mistake from the start of the first run, where he just completely messed up the initiation. And well, compared to this one, yeah, huge improvement. You can see how aggressive he can be if he starts to run next to the other driver. But now it's going to be the other way around. Milos in the lead and Victor in the chase already in the first outside zone. Great start by both of the drivers. A bit further back, but mimicking the angle and the line, is Victor in the chase. Now, of course, for the transition to outside zone 4, a lot of angle there from Milos. Victor staying right there in the pocket though, not phased by the drop in speed and the angle at all. And still hitting all of the zones, Milos in the lead. Yet again, great job by both drivers. Can definitely see how they've improved now on their second battle. And for the last outside zone now, look at that, right in the pocket in the chase is Victor, and Milos just not doing any adjustments across the finish line.
There we go.
Great runs back to back from both of the drivers.
Yeah, I guess it was just an anomaly in the first race that both runs had some issues, both in the leads and in the chases, because the second time around it looks like they completely read each other and are much better teamed up when driving this tandem.
Yeah, I think in the lead, maybe at a few spots I saw Victor being a bit closer. Well, there was maybe some contact there. I missed that part, but
really nice here. Yeah,
I mean, great job by both drivers.
Perfect
I think Victor might have been closer to the walls in the lead, but I couldn't really tell that well. Anyways, we have the scores right here already, so it's going to be a unanimous win for Victor on this one, moving on to the top 16. So thank you, Milos. Great chase run on the second one as well, but looks like Victor just had the edge on that one.
Yeah. Congratulations to Victor. Milos, sorry that turns out like that, but let's see you back in the next race, and good luck in the third race of the season. Can't win all of them, you know.
Yeah, but that was a nice battle. See, in the top 32 we got two Poles battling it out, and in the chat as well. Here we go, more support for them as well.
Yeah, the Polish fans are taking over.
Yeah.
The chat has now turned Polish. Dobrze. Okay, and now we've got the next qualification group loading in the server. We're gonna have 4 more battles in this side of the top 32 battle. Next up, we've got Eugen Polo going up against Christians Austrins, Ian Johnson going up against Frederik Blochus, Simvort going up against Carlis Milos, and Wojciech Denis going up against Rituns Jakobsons. So it's gonna be some names that we have already seen before, some names that we have not seen in tandems before, but who have qualified pretty high. it's gonna be some interesting battles again, I suppose.
Yeah, I can't wait for the Ian Johnson versus Frederick Blokhus one, because they've definitely battled before.
Yeah, that's gonna be an interesting one to watch. But also just looking at the qualification numbers going up against each other, number 4 versus number 29, that might be a chance for an upset, but we don't really know, because I don't think we've seen any of those drivers battle it out in tandems before.
Yeah, definitely. Some new names and immediately going up against each other. Yeah, everybody's on the server now, so how are you guys doing? How are you liking the battles so far? I think there've been some good ones. Getting one more time.
Yeah.
Getting to improve their line.
Interesting situations. Definitely not your typical 100% clean battles all the way through, and just minor technicalities decide. No, this time around, it's more mistakes. It's a bit rougher, but as we can see, the drivers here can also clean it up if given a chance. The battles do be battling, indeed.
Yeah, in the practice server right now, you can see already some tandems going on.
This is not the practice server. This is the competition server.
Sorry, in the warm-up that they have, their last practice session. Already looking pretty good. Some nice tandems. Of course, it's always a lot different from when you're just doing laps back to back to when you have the battle, because then you have to turn it on for exactly those 2 laps.
Yeah, I completely agree. Looking very good from the drivers here. Oh, finish line.
Are they going back to pits?
They might. Nope, doesn't look like.
All right.
Practice continues. We're just watching it from the perspective, and you see it looks like somebody has donated enough money for the cameraman to get a tripod, so his arms are not shaking anymore. That is great to see. So we're gonna be reviewing the track layout again. Interesting. Why is that so? Are we having a server restart? Is something wrong from the technical side?
No, it's fine. We're just looking at the top 32 so far. So no upsets currently. Well, technically, I guess one upset. Walid versus Ernestus, but that's a 1 spot difference in the qualifying.
Yes.
So no upsets so far for us. The higher qualifiers getting, of course, the more consistent runs as usual, but still from the chase drivers and, well, not chase drivers, but from the lower qualified drivers, great runs so far from the 32nd, 17th and 25th. So even though those scores in the qualifying were lower, they are still pulling off some good chases and good runs, keeping it competitive.
Exactly. I always love to see close tandems and not leaving anything. Oh, what's going on there? It looks like they're still practicing. Probably was a server restart.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like there's a lot of tire marks on the ground. Yeah. Only 1 set. But we might be going at it. First battle is going to be Eugen Polo from Spain going up against Kristians Austrins from Latvia. So that is going to be qualification positions 4 and 29 respectively. So a big difference in qualifying positions. Let's see if it's going to be an evenly matched battle, or if it's going to be one-sided, or Kristians is going to bring us a performance that does not match his qualifying score. Anything can happen on a track that's as technical as this.
And there we go, they're pulling up to the starting line. So it's going to be Eugen in the lead and Kristians in the chase for the first one. Yet again, two E36s, so should be some close battles, exactly the same car. But of course, suspension makes a difference. Now, off the line, Oyhan in the lead, Christians in the chase. Initiation in the first outside zone. Good job from the lead driver. Christians falling further back, and there's some contact from Oyhan on outside zone 3 right there. Sorry, outside zone 2. But still, he manages to clean it up, and Christians starting to clean up his chase more, but not managing to get into the pocket. And here as well, just the transition timing a bit wrong from Christians in the chase. Catches up though by the end of the corner, and an aggressive attack in the chase now by Christians for the last outside zone, almost making contact, has to pull back a bit, but manages to not make any contact there and still make it across the finish line. So yeah, great job by Oyhan in the lead. Here a little bit of waviness at the start, but I think he cleaned it up towards the second half of the run. But by Christians, yeah, those transition timings being a bit more difficult, that's usually what you would expect from a lower qualifying driver.
Yeah, maybe not that much experience in the chase position.
Exactly.
You have to read the lead driver, you have to know where to look and how to get cues on when to transition.
Yeah, also when you expect the lead driver to transition as well. So of course, if you have someone like Oyhan in the lead, you know, he's going to transition where he should. Yeah,
he was really fast in his lead. You could see that in the initiation. But let's see if Christians is as fast in the lead himself. A nice flick initiation. Oyhan really close to him. Christians a really nice line in his lead run. Oh, misses a little bit of outside zone 3, but hits back on the line for 4. Oyhan, though, really good on the chase, right there on the doors, good proximity. A little bit of a gap now between them in the outer zone 8, now transitioning over for 9. Reeling back in, all the proximity lost there. Oyhan in the chase position. Now a little bit of a gap again, but still attacking. Oyhan in the chase and gets back in the doors right before crossing the finish line. Decent run in the lead from Christians there. You could see that he definitely felt comfortable in this position, more comfortable than in the chase, you could maybe even say. But Oyhan did a really good job in the chase as well himself. So I did not see any major mistakes from him. He kept the proximity up. He managed to mimic the angle and the line perfectly. Look at this, got right back on the doors after the transition as well. So immediately knows what to do to regain the lost ground. Nice run from both of them.
Yeah, Oyhan in the chase, very consistent in terms of his proximity and the way he's just going around the corners. He expects what the lead driver is going to do ahead of time, so he's not as surprised, which means he knows when to be on throttle a bit earlier. And those are the things usually that the drivers who qualify higher have more experience at doing. And so, but the win is going to go to Christians Austriņš unanimously.
So it's a surprise victory. That is our first upset of the race. Christians, congratulations with getting to top 16. Oyhan, unfortunate, but the race ends here. Which one?
Was it the one that Oyhan made in the lead? Going from outside zones 2 to 3?
It might be. It might just well as actually be that. He did tap the wall there, so I didn't manage to say anything about it because the next run started already, but he did tap the wall there, so he straightened out a lot and missed outside zone 3 completely in his lead run. He got back into it on outside zone 4, but still that is a pretty big mistake to miss one zone completely in the lead.
Yeah, I guess I kind of overlooked that because of the rest of the runs, because they were doing pretty good, both of them.
Yeah.
Either way, right now we have
our
next driver with the Byron on the line, or are we testing the semaphore?
I don't know, but it looks like Ian Johnson is not on the starting line for his lead run, so Frederick Blokus, who is supposed to be in the chase, is now going for a Byron. So interesting what happened there. Ian could not make it to the race. I hope everything's all right, and it's just some life inconveniences getting in the way. It's nothing major.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Frederick's runs right here.
Nice.
That is a great line.
He's just warming up for the rest of the competition.
Oh yeah.
Easy game, easy life. Really smooth.
Across the finish line he goes.
Nice. Really smooth run there from Frederick in his by-run. So congratulations, he automatically gets to the top 16. Yeah, you were looking forward to this battle a lot, and unfortunate that it resolves in such an anticlimactic way as it does.
Yeah.
But we have to continue and go on, and next up we're going to have Simvort going up against Kārlis Milušs again. Another chance for a bigger gap in the qualifying scores to be upsetting something. So it's going to be an interesting one to watch out for. Simvort in the lead from Estonia and Kārlis Milušs in the chase from Latvia. As they already go and initiate, Kārlis initiates side by side, immediately right in the pocket. Sim, though, does the perfect lead run all the way throughout, but Kārlis times his transitions perfectly so he does not lose an inch after them. Look at this. Perfectly smooth and timed transitions, so he gets really deep into the pocket. I really like the chase run from Kārlis there. The approach is just perfect, makes it look so good. He's not basically chasing the back of the car, he's chasing the front of the car, so it just looks way more aggressive. Really good job from Kārlis there in the chase. Of course, can't say enough good things about Sim's lead run as well. Of course, he's the one who did the track presentation, so he would definitely know how to put up a good one. But Kārlis in the chase, definitely showing us what's up from the bottom of the qualifying board.
Yeah, great run here from Kārlis, of course. From Sim, as you said already, you know, very good lead, which can also result in a very good chase. And Kārlis capitalizing on that as much as he could. Of course, in a few spots there towards the end of the track, in a few zones, Kārlis did fall back a bit further after the transition, but I would say overall great proximity and good runs here from both of them. So now it's time to see what Kārlis can do in the lead and Sim in the chase, going for the initiation outside zone 1, filling out that zone, and look at Sim there in the chase. A bit of a straight initiation there, a bit late, but still manages to clean it up now already by outside zone 5, getting there in the pocket, as of course Kārlis hitting all the zones here in the lead as well. And there we go, nice timing on transition.
Oh no!
Kārlis hits the wall. And that's gonna be a 0 right there. Just went into the wall completely. But hey, they're both continuing. Still, like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened.
That was okay. That was a great recovery.
Yeah.
You know what? Scored just because of the recovery.
Whatever. Oh, that is so unfortunate from Kārlis there. But you see, Sim immediately knows what he has to do. So Kārlis definitely put up a really good chase. So Sim knows that he has to be right in the pocket throughout the entirety of the track, and he manages to do exactly that. And unfortunate for Kārlis there with a mistake, so it's gonna be an easy job for the judges to decide, but really, really bad that happened, because this was a super exciting battle, and it's just sad that it ends the way it does. Really good job from Kārlis in his chase and lead runs. Overall, but it's most likely than not that the victory goes to Sim because of the mistake in the lead. And it does, as we see. So unfortunate for Kārlis. We hope to see you return in the next run, to see us some more exciting runs from you. It's been great to have you. Sim, congratulations on moving on to the top 16. And next up, we're going to have the last battle of this side of the top 32 bracket. It's going to be Wojciech Dennis going up against Ritums Jakobsons, another 2E36 battle. Wojciech is going to be in the lead, and Ritums is going to be in the chase. I'm just going to call him Dennis, I think, from now on, because that is way easier to pronounce, and I'm going to lose my mind if I continue doing so. So please excuse me for that. Dennis from Team Delta Infinite from Poland versus Ritums from Team Driftahalla from Latvia.
Okay, so the first run, it's going to be Dennis in the lead and Ritums in the chase. So yet again, 2E36s, another Polish driver, so a lot of them making it to the top 32 on this one. A lot of them participating in this one as well, so...
There is a lot of Polish drift drivers, the scene is massive over there.
Yeah, but it's good to see some of them here as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. Welcome.
Alright, so the camera driver has yet again lost his tripod.
Oh no, too bad. Somebody must have stolen it from him.
Yeah. Oh, but we are going off the line right now. Wojciech Dennis in the lead, Ritums Jakobsons in the chase, and we are not going anywhere.
There are no cones to hit, but are we restarting for some reason?
Yeah, looks like it.
The lead driver was eating pierogi. You hear the vape?
Alright, and off the line we go now. So Dennis in the lead, Ritums in the chase. Very aggressive initiation from Dennis in the lead. Ritums falling back a bit further from the start of the line, but now managed to reel him right back in, getting almost all the way into that pocket as well in the chase. Good transition by Dennis in the lead, getting through the zones very nicely. And now for the second half, the longer corners, Ritums has to get into that pocket a bit further and get right on his door, as we can see him doing right here. But still, Dennis, amazing lead here so far. Look at that, great transition, staying right on the wall as well, letting Ritums get right into that pocket. A little bit of contact there over the line, and that's gonna be it for the first run. So yeah, great job here in the lead from Dennis. Ritums at a few spots, a bit further back, but overall quite consistent, very consistent on the angle and the line mimicking.
Yeah, completely agree with everything you just said. Decent lead line from Dennis all the way throughout the track. No major mistakes that I've seen. Could have been maybe a little bit closer to some walls. A little bit of a mistake here by Ritums in the chase that we just seen in that zone before. He angled down a little bit, but then had to angle up to keep it mimicked consistently. So don't know what happened there. But overall, a decent run from both of them. But now let's see Ritums in the lead position and Dennis in the chase. Them swapped up already. And a nice initiation. Dennis immediately finds his way to Ritums' doors, going through outside zone 3 already. They're side to side. Perfectly mimicked transition from both of them. Perfect line in the lead position from Ritums as well. Really close to the tire wall, both of them side by side, transitioning over for outside zone 8. Ooh, great chase run from Dennis. Oh, but no, there's some contact between the wall, and that mashes his side into the lead car and makes him straighten out a little bit. So that was a bit weird. Overall, a fantastic run up until that point. Ritums in the lead position does a fantastic job of filling out all the outside zones, just putting up a great job in the lead, and letting Dennis put up a fantastic chase run as well. Look at this, the proximity here, the transition here, the mimicking of everything throughout all of the run, the transition timing here as well. And now he just hits the wall, and that rotates him inwards and makes him hit the other car, so that completely messes him up.
Was it him hitting the...
It looked like
or was it Ritums?
It did look like he hit the back of his car in the tire wall, and that pulled him into Ritums, I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so judge is still deciding. A nice battle overall as well. So last one in this half of the top 32, gonna be moving on to the other half.
Oh yeah, the winner of this battle moves on to fight Siim Voort in top 16, so it's gonna be even harder from here. Whoever wins this, it's gonna be a tough way to the final if you win this battle anyways. But it was a great battle. I loved all that we've seen from both drivers, and it's unanimous for Ritums Jakobsons, so he moves on to the top 16 to fight Siim Voort. Dennis, unfortunate for you in the top 32, the battle ends here, but please come back to the next round of this season. Let's see you put up some more crazy runs with us. It's been nice having you. But okay, that was the first half of the top 32 bracket. Now we're going to move on to the other half, where we have basically the same thing that we had previously, but just a step down. Instead of number 1 going up against number 32, we've got number 2 going up against number 31, and so on and so on.
Well, you say step down and step up, right?
Yeah.
But we saw the previous start, Armands versus Aleksandrs. I mean, a great battle already. So, in this one, anything could happen as well. I mean, we got Juanan Jorges, right?
Yeah.
Has placed high previously, and Daniels, who, in the Discord left a gif or a picture, was it? When he saw that he's matched up against Juanan. So, I feel like Daniels knows the result that he has in his head already, but of course when he gets on the line, you know, he has to try to go for it.
Of course, yeah, you can't just throw the towel, and you have to try. You have to at least give it a solid go. But yeah, it would probably be right to say that your qualification position is just a number in this race, because we've seen great runs from all sorts of qualifying drivers, top 32s, like anyone. Big respect to the drivers driving in this heat. Yeah, absolutely. It's really hot outside here as well.
No AC. Oof.
Yeah.
Right. Because, you know, those cars are gutted. Well, they do have interior, but, you know, in terms of AC and all that, you know, they probably removed it, right?
Yeah, they probably did remove it. And for more efficient engine cooling, they're probably also running the heater on to remove some heat from the engine, because that's how it works. Okay, but the first battle that we're gonna be having is going to be Juanan Jorges going up against Danielis Solciakas, so that's going to be a fun one. Both drivers that we've seen in a lot of our previous races. Daniel is this time somehow qualifying quite lower, I guess, than we would be usually seeing him. So, but he gets to fight Juanan who qualified second this time around. So I am expecting that is going to be a really interesting battle. Can't wait to see that one. It's going to be fun. Next up, we're going to have Akos Balog going up against Simon Sandman. Another great battle. Qualification positions 15 and 18. That is pretty close and should be interesting to watch. Darius Ostrejka going up against Ayman Ayachi, and Artur Kula going up against Bartosz Gorgon. Also, two really interesting matchups. All of the ones I think are going to be interesting that we have coming up today. They're all going to be fun.
Yeah, a lot of good battles left right now. So currently the driver's just practicing in the server, getting used to it again, getting some laps in. Oh, almost made contact.
Oh, they're going for a drift train. I think that is probably one of the most the smartest strategies on this track. Yeah. Since it loops around on itself, you just do an 8-player train, which just never stops. Easiest way. Okay, I'm gonna get a glass of water in this heat. Getting pretty bad. No.
So guys, how do you like the battles so far? Quite a few Polish drivers battling already. Still got a few Latvian drivers left here as well in the mix. Ed now is telling him to stop choking on the vape.
Tell him to mind his own business.
Damn. I don't know if you heard that, but you were just told to mind your own business.
No, tell him to do a 90-point run.
Oh yeah, even better. You heard that now, right? Next event, 90-point run. That's of course, you know, coming from the guy who hasn't driven even one of the events. That's me. Okay, looks like we have our drivers on the line right now. So Juanan Jorge is in the lead versus Danielis Solciakas in the chase. Solciakas, sorry. Apologies for that one. Messed up the last name a bit. But we got some support for Juanan in the chat. Light is green. Juanan in the lead. Danielis in the chase right now. Very wide initiation here from Juanan. A lot of angle going into the first outside zone. Danielis a bit further back in the chase, leaving a gap, but still managing to mimic the line and the angle. Great job here in the lead from Juanan. Daniel is slowly getting closer and closer and getting into the pocket right now, all the way through outside zone 7. A good transition timing as well, but Juanan just not shaken at all in the lead until that point, making a contact with the wall. A bit upset there. upset the car a bit there in the lead, but still kept on going. And since Danielis had that bit of a gap there, he could also keep on going in the chase as well and catch up to get closer into the pocket of the lead driver. So yeah, interesting run. If Danielis was closer, I feel like Juanan's contact would have impacted his chase quite a bit, but it just helped him shoot closer to him to get into the pocket and to improve the chase. Right here, look at this. No, not this one, sorry. After this, the transition and contact there.
Oh yeah, the
And
wall
since
tap.
Daniels was further back, he managed to catch up
Right.
because of that contact as well.
Right, but yeah, he was not really extremely close to the doors at the beginning of the round as well. So could have done a bit of a better job with the proximity there, but let's see if he maybe can win it out in the lead this time, because he takes that spot now and Juanan takes the chase. An E46 versus E46 battle as they go through the zones. Right now Daniel is doing a really good job in the lead. Juanan a bit of a shallower angle follow, but really close proximity. Oh my god, English hard. Going through outside zone 7 right now, transitioning over for 8. Very close to the doors as well, still from Juanan in the chase, but Daniel is a perfect job in the lead, right on the walls there, just flirting with the track limits, but Juanan going in the doors across the finish line. Great job from Juanan in the lead. I love to see these E46s battle. It's just a shame that one of them has to get eliminated. But look at the lead run from Danielis here, just full throttle, going wide angle there in the first 3 zones and just transitions seamlessly for the 4th. Just a very solid lead run right there, very powerful and aggressive.
A lot of angle getting into the zones as well.
Yeah, love seeing that.
This is a really good run here from Danielis.
Yeah. Chase almost disappears. You know that usually you can kind of focus more on the chase run, but this lead run actually drowns out the chase.
I would say both of them did a very good job on this one, and then towards the end, Juanan being right on his bumper on the transition as well. Great timing there and great proximity. So a close battle for us, still in the top 32. So a lot of driving still left. And judges still making a decision, so a tough one for them. In the background as well, you can see the E46 and the E36, both of the RTRiga cars. So if you want to check out those, you can see them on the socials as well. But right now, let's focus on the result. Juanan Jorges versus Danielis Soltisiakas. And it's going to be unanimously Danielis winning the top 32 battle here against Juanan. So a huge upset. 31st qualifier versus the 2nd qualifier. And Danielis pulls off the upset. So there you go. In the Discord with the message, didn't seem like he was confident in this one, but he managed to pull it off, as we said before.
Nice.
When you pull up to the line, you gotta try, and he definitely did.
Yeah, and that even proves that he was definitely aware of that he is going up against a skillful opponent, and he didn't back down, and he clawed out a victory. Good job from Danielis there, making into the top 16. Juanan, see you in the next race. Of course, you're going to be there. Where else? And next up, we're going to see Akos in the lead, going up against Simon in the chase. They're already off the line, going for a really start run-up. Oh, I guess they're turning around. Something must have gone wrong. Yeah, I was wondering why the run-up was so slow. That was a bit weird. Looks like Akos has some fans in the chat as well. Welcome. Glad to see you here, supporting your favorite drivers. Well, we're gonna get a repeat start. It looks like Akos in the lead, going up against Simon in the chase. 3, 2, 1, and go. Initiating Simon right on the doors immediately. Oh, falls down a little bit, very shallow on the angle, and almost hits the lead car in the process. But Akos is not shaken and continues through the track on a really good line. Simon, though, cleaned up his act and got right into his doors. Oh, and does not leave enough space for the transition, so the lead car bumps him, but still not shaken and continues running the track. Now coming over the last inside clip and for the last outside zone, really good proximity from Simon. They're really relentless in the chase, but Ákos unshaken in the lead all the way throughout the track. Decent job from Ákos there, very good. Not even shaken by all the bumps and whatnot by Simon. And Simon struggled maybe a little bit at the beginning there in the chase position and did seem very eager to close the doors and did a few taps on Ákos' car here. Did not leave enough space for the transition, I think. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to see when they've swapped around. What does Ákos do in the lead, and what is Simon's lead strategy for this run? How does he come back from it?
Yeah, some unfortunate contact there, but very, very close run overall. You know, trying to stay as close as possible, trying to keep that proximity as high as he can. Right now, let's see what Simon Sandman is going to do in the lead and Ákos in the chase in the first outside zone already. Aggressive initiation by Simon in the lead, but Ákos in the chase right there in the pocket immediately. Falls a bit further back though throughout the rest of the outside zone 2. And now in outside zone 3, Simon getting the zones exactly as he should, and Ákos getting closer and closer. Bumper to bumper transition into outside zone 8. Now for a transition up next to the wall. Ákos slowly getting closer and closer to Simon in the lead, and yet again another contact on a transition. So this time Ákos not leaving enough space for Simon. So similar mistakes made by both the drivers, but overall this lap, I would say this one looked more fluid from both the drivers overall.
Yeah, good job from Simon in the lead, hitting all the boxes, and Ákos perfectly timing the transitions in the chase. As you said, a little bit of a mistake not the same zone. Here it was all right, but as we see where it was, this next one? I think it was this next one. Yeah, the mistime transition. Yep, here it was, and it leaves a bit of a bigger gap than it did when Simon made the same mistake in the chase. So it might be that that's the deciding factor, but we will see. Other than that, it was a good chase run from Ákos. I did like what we've seen. He was aggressive enough, and he was right on the doors throughout all of it.
Great job by both guys. I mean, I'm really liking the runs in top 32 so far.
Yes.
I thought it was going to be more chaotic, honestly. But right now the decision is here. So slide them left for Ákos, slide them right for Simon, and it's going to be Simon Sandman moving on to the top 16. So congratulations to you. Not unanimous.
Yeah.
But there we go. Our winner of this one. It is, well, the lower place driver, but I mean, both of these guys were very close in the qualifying, 15th against 18th, so good battle there. Now, something a bit different though, up in this next battle. So 7th qualifier versus the 26th. We have them pulling up to the starting line right now. It's going to be Darius Ostrejka versus Eimen Ayachi. So Darius in the lead, Eimen in the chase. Lithuania versus France. And it's time for the first run now. Darius initiating into the outside zone 1. Good job on the initiation. Eimen staying a bit further back all the way through outside zone 1 and 2 as well. Now on outside zone 4, slowing down just a bit in the lead is Darius, and letting Eimen get into the pocket there as well. So Eimen improving that proximity throughout the run. Good timing on the transition as well. Darius yet again perfectly filling out the zones. Exactly what you want to see in the lead as well. And now Eimen definitely managing to clean it up towards the end of the second run. Dives in on the last outside zone, mimicking the angle and the line perfectly. Getting closer and closer, and over the finish line they go.
Eimen put style in Team J style. I see. Very nice chase. I really see where the team name comes from. That was a stylish chase. Yeah,
very smooth in the chase. Not as much proximity as we've seen from some of the other guys, but very consistent. And Darius in the lead, I mean, the exact same thing. Great line. That was a very good score.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Even if it was a qualifying run there.
Gonna be fun to see them swap around if they keep the same style and approach to the track when they're in swapped positions. But this run was very nice to watch from both perspectives. Both did an excellent job on the track. Exactly what we would like to see. A textbook run, basically, from both of them at the same time. But now Eimen takes the lead, and Darius is gonna give him chase. As they initiate over the line, Darius immediately on the door, Eamon has found a nice line for the first few outside zones. Oh, a little bit shallow on the 3, but decent back on the 4. Darius planted on the doors of Eamon, just mimicking the angle perfectly. Oh, and a nicely timed transition there. Massive angle from both of them going through outside zone 8. Now outside zone 9, not the deep in, but still a perfect transition, perfect mimic from the chase driver as well. And massive angle transition from the lead there for the last outside zone, but Darius just matches it, plants the foot on the gas and sends it, and across the finish line they go door to door. Nice job from both of them. Swapped sides as well. I really like the style of both of these drivers, and it's a good matchup, I think, that we're seeing. It really doesn't matter that they're 7th and 26th in the qualifying. You definitely cannot tell who is who. Awesome.
Yeah, good runs by both of the guys right here. A lot of angle there from Eamon in the lead.
Yes, I love to see that. That was awesome. I am an angle guy myself.
I would say he even cleaned it up back from his qualifying as well.
Probably, yeah.
But now we have the scores right here. So left for Darius, right for Eamon. And moving on to the top 16, it's going to be unanimously Darius Ostreika. Congratulations to you. Of course, Eamon, thanks for participating. Great chase, great chase. Great lead run as well there. So that's going to be Darius Ostreika moving on forward. Transitions denied 2 times. Must be a win for Simon. Well, there we go. Okay, next off the line already, Artur Kula versus Bartosz Gorgon. Artur initiating in the lead, Bartosz in the chase. Good initiation there, outside zone 2 filled by Artur as well, but Bartosz staying at a consistent distance and mimicking the angle very well as well of the lead driver. E46 versus E36 battle, but still keeping up and staying in the pocket there in the chase as close as he can. Now falling back a bit further behind on the transition, but yet again reeling him in once more. So Artur Kula on the lead, great job. And was there some contact again?
I don't think
that
so.
That transition looked very close.
It did, yeah. It might have been just that Bartosz left a bigger gap for the lead to transition. And just there was no contact, he just left a bigger gap. But interesting that he takes a bit of a later initiation approach, but immediately gets all the ground back up. So going on a bit of an interesting line in the chase is Bartosz, but Artur, great job in the lead. A perfect run, really deep in the zones, massive angle as we like to see. Interesting chase approach from Bartosz overall, that it looks like he's more likely chasing the front wheel of the car, not the doors. So he is on a different, in a different position, relatively to the car when he's chasing, yeah. But let's see how he does in the lead and how Artur does in the chase, as they already initiate side by side, going through outside zone 1 and 2 and 3. Artur immediately is right there on the doors after the transition as well, going through the inside clip and the outside zone 7. Great job from Bartosz in the lead, and a very close proximity from Artur in the chase, going through outside zones 8. Now coming up for the last outside zone, still keeping it up, keeping it clean. Across the finish line, side by side, it's really not much to comment if they keep doing such a good job, not making any mistakes. So what did you think about this one?
Yeah, more good runs from both drivers as well. Very difficult for me to judge who has done better in these.
Yeah.
They were both very, very well done. I mean, I would say that Artur had the proximity in the chase. He was getting closer on the doors and diving in a bit further. So I would say that is where I saw the biggest difference of this run. Look at the attack right there as well, getting closer to him a bit faster, you know, staying in the pocket, but the angle also not being fully mimicked. So I don't know, close one, man, close one.
Really close one, yeah, hard to tell. It's not even top 16 yet, and it's already hard to tell. And it is unanimous for Artur Kula. So he takes the win in this one. Gonna be going up against Darius Ostreika in the top 16. And that was the end of group 3 in our top 32. Now coming up for the last group, group 4 up to top 32. Yes.
Matīs Slācis versus Elgars Bambāns starting off this one.
Oh yeah, that is going to be interesting. We did already see a reaction in Discord yesterday as well. That was a bit funny. And we're also going to see Hasan Selik going up against Iban Torreblanca, Markus Smils against Vaidas Šipaila, and Damien going up against Daniel Kvasha. So that's going to be our last 4 battles of the top 32. It's been really good ones so far. Definitely cleaner and way more competitive than expected from the results in yesterday's quali. So I don't know. I don't know.
I expected there to be way more chaos, as I said before.
Yeah.
We have had some contact with walls, but the guys have been keeping it off the walls mostly, and still, even if they do make contact, they keep on going. So it's great to see that as well. And there's your livery right there, Hasan, still on your livery.
Yeah, still on my livery. Well, it is what it is. At least the car is getting some track time. It's the brakes are not rusting up, and he's gonna take it back to the garage as well after that, and change the fluid or something.
Yeah, fair enough.
Change the blinker fluids.
It's important to change blinker fluid after each comp round. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, look, okay, it really depends on the car. For some cars, one event is already too much. For some cars, you have to replace them after every 2-3 runs, man. I don't know, some cars are just engineered better. That's all I can say. Bit of a train going on now, 4-man train.
Yeah, exactly. Drivers are learning that is the best way to drive this track. Just in a circle.
With rotaries, you make it a point to do it after each battle. Yeah, at that point, I mean, you gotta get a catch can or something for the blinker fluids as well. If you're running a rotary, those spit up so much of the blinker fluid that you gotta get a protective glass for your glass.
No, if you're running a rotary, then you're the only one in the world who is interested in quick release engine mounts.
Come on, man, if you get a rotary going properly, it's fine. You just gotta do maintenance once in a while, like with any engine.
Well, yeah, that is correct, but they are more prone to major failures than any other engines, I would say.
Yeah,
But-
most of the time that's just up to user error.
Yeah, but you also rev them up higher, don't you?
Oh yeah.
So it's under maybe more stress in some other departments than your typical engine.
Hey, congrats, Darius.
Yeah, congrats. That was a nice battle.
Yeah.
Thanks for putting up a show. See you in top 16.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a tough one as well. Artur Kola putting up some good runs.
Yeah, but you never know. It's a long track, and I guess endurance in this one actually wins, and consistency.
Okay, so first run up first is gonna be Matīs Slācis versus Elgars Bambāns. So battle of the Latvians right here. RTRiga versus Moist Drift Designs. Of course, our own guys battling right here. 3, 2, 1, 2 E46s off the line. Matis in the lead. Initiating here in the first outside zone. Good initiation. Elgars with a little bit more of a straight line entry into that one, but still managing to fix it up and follow suit now onto outside zone 4. Matis with an amazing lead there so far, getting the zones exactly as he should, fairly close to the walls as well, and now transitioning here. Good angle on the chase in a few corners, but now just shallowing it up a bit more to get that proximity, staying in the zone, and good transition timing, but falls a bit further back in the chase. Matis running away with it for a while, and now over the finish line. So yeah, interesting run. Very well done by Matis in the lead.
Yeah, he was fast as usual, and it's not easy to keep up with him if you're in the chase up against him. But Elgars does a very decent job, has to sacrifice some angle here and there, but manages to stay right on the doors throughout the entirety of the track, more or less, just leaving some small gaps here and there, but even if he does, he reels it right back in immediately. And as you said, Matis just takes the 100-point lead line and plants it and just goes. But let's see how they do when they've switched up. If Elgars can pull out a 100-point lead run in his lead attempt, and if Matis can chase it up as well. Decent initiation, Matis falling back a little bit, now reeling it back in for outer zone 3. Decent line from Elgars in the lead as well. Nicely timed transition from Matis there in the chase. Going through outer zone 7 now, coming over for 8. Very good from both drivers. Matis putting up heat in the chase, but Elgars not sleeping at the wheel on the lead, just filling out all the zones very nicely with some decent angle. And look at Matis' proximity here, right on. Oh wow, there must have been some contact there at the very end. Maybe Matis pushed Elgars in the wall there a little bit, we can't see. Luckily nobody spins out as a result of it, but there was a little bit of contact at the end. Great run overall from both the drivers. Great job from Elgars in the lead, and Matis of course in the chase, putting up a great performance as usually as you would expect from him.
Yeah, good job by both drivers. Matis with that proximity in the chase. Look at that, after the transitions, attacking right away.
Well, did you see that? There was some contact.
Yeah, that was already like basically over the line, though,
yeah,
so I would say that's
yeah.
fine. That's at the very end of the run.
Luckily didn't spin anybody out, but yeah, let's see who takes this one. And it's unanimous for Matis Slācis, so unfortunate for Elgars. In the top 32, the battle ends, the race ends here. Congratulations to Matis for moving on to our top 16. Let's see our next battle. Already at the starting line is Hasan in the lead and Ivan Torreblanca in the chase. Qualifying positions 14 and 19 respectively are gonna battle it out, and arms of our cameraman have just gone shaky up again. Or is that maybe the auto balancing stand that's going wrong? But okay, let's see the run. 3, 2, 1, and the light goes green. Ready, initiating, Hasan in the lead. Ivan immediately right there on the chase, reeling back in all the ground lost from the initiation. Very nice line from Hasan in the lead. Big angle transition for outside zone 4, coming over for there with his wheel on the front door of the lead car across the finish line. Great job from both of them. I do love to see my livery doing the things that Hasan does with it. Great run.
Yeah, another great battle, E46 versus E36 here. So, of course, not only borrowing your livery, but also running with the E46 as well, showing up for, you know, the car that's less presented here.
Yeah.
More of them on this round, though.
Yeah, in the previous battle, I already wanted to say that they should be working together, not against each other, you know. But
yeah,
unfortunately, that's not how it happens always.
And looks like the stream might be down.
Oh no. Well,
second run. Iban in the lead, Hasan in the chase. Iban initiating a good job there on outside zone 1, right into the wall. Barely just managing to scrape by. Hasan in the chase though, staying very close by. Good proximity. Look at that. Such a good battle so far. Hassan right on the door and Ivan not shaken at all, getting into the rest of the zones. Now Hassan leaving just a little bit of space on the transition from outside zones 5 to 6. And yet again gets right on his door.
Very stylish lead run here from
that.
Ivan, yeah, but Hassan in the chase just stays on the door throughout all the way, all of the track. Really good job, lovely from both drivers. Did you see the proximity from Ivan right there to the in the second outside zone and here as well?
Just both of them. Such good job by both the drivers.
Nice run overall from both of them.
I saw that there was a bit of an error there. I wonder who was at fault for that one on one of the transitions. You can see it as well. And there again on the transition, but still catches up right away.
Nice. Very well done from Hassan in my car. Definitely worth lending it to him. You know, I get the proceedings, like a 15% cut if he wins the race.
So yeah, waiting for the result now. I mean, Hassan has a pretty good chance of getting this one. Slide them left for Hassan, slide them right for Iban. So who's going to be moving on to the top 16? And not unanimously, Iban is going to be moving on to this one. So Martin voting for one more time. Would have been nice to see that, but it's going to be Iban moving on. So thank you, Hassan, for participating, you know. Thank you for showing the livery in the top 32. Unfortunately, couldn't move on with the borrowed car, but, you know, hopefully you managed to get your car fixed for the next round.
Yeah, well, the stream crashed because you did not hit the like button, so hit it more and it's not going to crash anymore. Let's see. Next up, we're going to have the next battle. Markus Milns going up against Vaidas Šipaila, so another Latvian versus Lithuanian battle. Markus is going to be in the lead and Vaidas is going to be in the chase. Let's see them already taking off for the initiation. Vaidas initiating way on the inside, but finds his way right on the doors immediately after initiation. Markus keeps a really nice lead line throughout the first few zones and keeping it all the way through here as well, while Vaidas just sticks it to the door and does not leave throughout any part of the track. Nicely timed transition, and look at the proximity from Vaidas in the chase here. Just front wheel to front wheel action here, leaving a bit of a gap here before transitioning for the last outside zone, but immediately also reeling it back in. No problem whatsoever for Vaidas in the chase. Another great matchup that we're seeing here in the top 32 stage. Two really decent drivers battling it out.
Yeah, great run. Once more, I mean, this top 32 so much closer than I expected. We are seeing some unanimous calls, but you know, other battles with getting a one more time already, you know, and one of each is going one more time. In this battle, looking like it's not going to be an easy one to try either. Great proximity, the chase, the times of transition, Markus. In the lead, Markus in the chase. Vaidas good initiation outside zone 1. Markus right there in the pocket already, right from the start line, keeping it nice and consistent in that pocket as well. Slowing down now for outside zone 5. Vaidas great job on the zones. Markus once again getting closer on his side as well. Nice job outside zone 8, all the way up to the wall, and then Markus capitalized on outside zone 9. That he can get into the pockets in the chase now for the last outside zone. Having in one spot chase. So we can do that now.
So all the guys are fixed. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I thought I fixed them. It's not fixed, so yeah, I don't know what could be wrong. What could be happening here? Is it still not okay? About this? Testing. Can you hear me now? Oi. How is this? Because I can't really, like, this is it. Like, there's nothing else I can really do. Okay, I'm gonna see. I'll be right back. So, sorry. Are we back? Okay, all good. No issues with the sound anymore. Um, Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, we're back with the top 16 now. It's going to be for the first battle Armāns Vēsmanis versus Ernests Jākubelis. So Latvia versus Lithuania battle for us right here. Armāns in the lead for the first one. Ernests in the chase. And off the line we go already. The light is green. So let's see what we got for us right now. Should be a good one to start off the top 16. Great initiation by Armāns in the lead. Ernestas staying close in the chase as well. Great mimic there of the angle and of the line. Look at that great run already so far. Ernestas with a very aggressive chase. Armāns staying in the line, exactly on the line and into the zones as he should. Close transition there. Great timing. Very aggressive there from Ernestas, diving in right away on all of the transitions now for the long tire ride. And look at that. Both of them doing exactly what they should be doing. Last outside zone as well. Perfect mimicry of the lead car in the chase, and then Armāns providing an amazing lead. What a way to start things off.
Yeah, awesome. Both the top 32 and the top 16 both starting with some flashy, cool battles. Armāns doing a really good job in the lead run here, as we see, and Ernestas here in the chase, just right on the door, as close as you can be throughout the entire track. Very good job from both the drivers. Let's see what they can do when their positions are swapped up. Gonna be really interesting. Both drivers of high caliber. We know that they both can qualify high and show great strength in tandems as well. Well, let's see them swapped up. Ernestas in the lead now. Armāns in the chase. Lithuania versus Latvia, an E36 overall battle. And there they go with the initiation. Armāns immediately on the doors. Ernestas with a great lead line going through the zones. Armāns timing the transitions perfectly to stay on the doors of Ernestas. I am so sorry about this, Armāns. Oh, but Ernestas makes a massive mistake in outer zone 9 and hits the tire wall. Luckily doesn't mess up Armāns' chase line and hits the tire wall again on the last zone as well. So what went wrong there? It started very good from Ernestas in the lead. and really decent from Armands in chase as well. No issues there. Outside zone 4, just perfect. Both doing it textbook, going through the procedure surgically, and here outer zone 8, all good, and outer zone 9, boom, hits the wall right at the beginning of it, and Armands immediately notices that that's going to happen and stays back a little bit, so avoids contact there. But again, Ernest hits the wall at the end here.
I think at the end that was Armands, but yeah, that was a that was a big bump on the wall from Ernestus.
Yeah, probably not as big of a bump from Armands to matter after what he already did in outside zone 8.
All right, so for the first battle of the top 16, it's going to be unanimously Armands Vesmanis.
Congratulations.
Now on to the top 8. Yeah, congrats to Armands. Of course, Ernestus, great runs as well. Unfortunate wall tap there, but yeah, can't wait to see more of you on the upcoming ones. So moving on now, we're going to have Luis Trevilo versus Viktor Jankovski. 2 E36s once again.
Yeah, another great battle that's going to happen in our top 16 next. I looked over at all of the battles that we have upcoming, and our top 16 is just absolutely stacked. It's going to be great fun with all of these battles. Luis is going to be starting it in the lead from Team Skuko Black, and up against him in the chase is Viktor Janowski from Team Siona Hockey from Poland. So already going through the zones, really nice lead line from Luis there, and Viktor keeping it right there in the chase, right on the door. Bit of a gap between them, between outside zones 4 and 5, now still gap there. Has not completely gained all up that lost ground here, Viktor. Oh, but Luis hits the tire wall in outside zone 9, repeating the mistake from the previous run here. The wall is claiming some victims here today, and now Viktor just keeping a little bit of a distance in the chase position. Knows that he probably does not have to be as aggressive throughout the rest of his run. He just has to score a solid lead run with no wall taps or big mistakes to win out this battle. And let's see if he does exactly that. Yeah, the tire wall for outside zone 9 is claiming victims today. It's out for blood.
Yeah, multiple runs back to back and happening in the top 16 as well.
Yeah. Did it claim anybody in the top 32? I don't remember anymore.
I don't think it was same as here. Here was, the same wall. 2 runs back to back. Right now, though, for the second run, it's going to be Viktor in the lead, Luis in the chase. In the outside zone 1 already, Viktor with a good initiation, Luis immediately onto the pocket as well, keeping a consistent proximity throughout the first outside zones. Now getting a bit slower here in this hairpin. Viktor catching up to Luis as well. Great proximity, good job in the lead, but yet again another driver hitting the same spot. So all of our drivers pushing as hard as they can, and now already a third time contact with the same wall. Still though, look at that, by the end of the run, yet again right there, exactly on the line of the zone, exactly as he should be in the lead, and Luis not letting Viktor run away at all, even with that big mishap.
Yeah, it's also interesting that we've seen quite a few big hits on the walls, but usually they're the kind of hits that would completely ruin your run, but we've seen people just get away with it, continue their runs and not even lose any ground in like the lead and chase positions as well. Like the distance stays the same between them, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, the wall in outside zone 9 today is definitely out for blood.
Like the results are here already. So moving on now, Luis versus Viktor. It's going to be Viktor moving on to the top 8. Congratulations to him on the win. So yeah, 8th and 9th qualifier, very close in terms of the qualifying scores as well.
Yeah, congratulations to Viktor. Luis, let's see you in the next one.
And for the next battle, we have 2 chase drivers.
Yeah, both Christians and Frederick think that they have to chase, but it's going to be Frederick who is going to be in the lead position for the first part of this race, and Christians Austrins going to be in the chase. And as they're already lined up and ready to go, already moving up in the run-in zone. Nice initiation, a little bit of a distance left by Christians, and taking a little bit of an interesting line. It looked like he tapped a little bit on the lead car as well. And whoa, going way on the inside here. It looked like he was about to spin out and having some difficulties with the line that he's chosen for this chase run, because it's really not easy to keep it rotated when you're going it that much on the inside and so slow. But Fredrik, on the other hand, looking great in the lead here. Massive angle transition for the last zone. Christians has finally found himself all right on the doors with enough speed. Yeah, interesting chase approach from Christians. Watch some of the zones here. He goes way on the inside, like here, and he is way more on the inside than the lead car, and ends up crashing into him almost. And here he loses a lot of angle here and barely stays in, so I don't think that was a good line choice from him, but still manages to stay in close proximity throughout the entirety of the run. So it's just all up to how judges interpret that kind of a line approach.
Yeah, I would say for Christians in this chase, he was trying to go very aggressive, but multiple times, once again, just going a bit too hard, a bit too far forward, so he has to pull back once more, not keeping that consistent proximity throughout the whole run. And now for the second one, Christians in the lead, Fredrik in the chase, swapping it around. Big flick entry there from Christians, a lot of angles to start things off on outside zone 1. Managed to run away from Fredrik at the start as well. A bit of a gap opened up right there. Low angle here from Christians at the start, but now slowing the car down a bit more, Fredrik manages to attack and get right into that pocket as well, already by outside zone 8, being exactly where he should be. Same time transitions as well, Fredrik attacking immediately, but still more of a gap than what we saw in the previous run. Now for the end, there we go, there's the attack on the door, showing that he can get right on the door as well. So yeah, trying to not go too close in the chase is Fredrik, you know, just staying around the same distance, showing the judges that I can do a consistent proximity run, since Christians was having some trouble with the angle in some corners. Fredrik chose to not go as aggressive, but then when the big sweepers came around, then, you know, that's when he could attack.
Yes, completely agree. So he definitely had to stay closer, but not exactly right on the doors. Of course, you can't have an inactive chase as well. That's when you're way too far away. And you can't do that. Judges are going to punish you for it if you do that. So I think he was active enough and very solid and very smooth in his chase run, at least. And it's going to be not unanimous though, but it's going to be a victory for Fredrik Blokhus. One of the judges voted one more time, so probably wanted to see if Christians maybe can clean it up, but he does not get the chance. So for him, this race is going to be over. Let's hope we see him back in our next race.
But next up, yeah, we have Simvort versus the Ritums Jakobsons. So another one of the Latvian drivers from Drifthalle, and Simvort presenting this track for us out in outside zone 1 right now. A bit less angle there from Simvort in the lead. Ritums though keeping a nice and consistent proximity there on the first outside zone, staying a bit more cautious at the start and now starting to dive in the chase as well, getting closer on in that pocket. Sim cleaning up his lead a bit more, getting into the zones exactly as he should. Good job there on outside zone 8, and now throughout the long sweeper. And look at that, very consistent from both drivers, not really seeing any corrections. And here on the last outside zone 11 right now, Ritums attacking in the chase, getting that proximity down, mimicking the angle very well. And a great job by both our guys right now.
Yeah, Sim makes it look absolutely effortless in the lead. Perfect line there, and angle combination is just nice to see. Somebody who drifts that well do attempts in this competition. Great job from him in the lead, but Ritums also not falling back at all in the chase, keeping decent proximity throughout the entire run. Maybe missed out a little bit on the angle mimic here and there, but overall very good job from him. And we know that he can win battles. We've seen him do it over and over before in this race. So let's see if he can bring a really good lead run against Simvort. which is happening now. Sim initiates immediately on Ritum's doors. Ritum's, though, also a really good lead line here, coming through outside zone 4 right now. A lot of speed and aggressive transition coming over from outside zone 5. Now outside zone 7 already, still transitioning over for 8. Sim still on the doors of Ritum's, very close there. Greatly timed transition just before outside zone 9 to just stick it right there in the pocket. And for the last outside zone, Ritum's keeping nice angle, a little bit of a gap between them, but across the finish line, and a good job from both the drivers here as well. Very good from Sim in the chase. You can definitely see that he has such a good car control that he can just stay so close to you, basically just a few centimeters apart from you, and mimic your line, your angle, your speed, everything. To the last, I don't know, precision of a decimal digit, even.
Yeah, another amazing run. So great way to end this up here for us in the last battle of this side of the top 16. Of course, could be a one more time as well. Great runs by both the drivers. I think this one might take a while for the judge to decide, or not. Just go one more time immediately.
Well, here is the scorecard already. So let's see who we are sending up against Fredrik Blokus, and it's going to be Siim Vort, who goes to the top 8. Unfortunate for Ritums, thanks for your participation. Let's see you in the next race as well, of course. But it is Siim Vort from Estonia who moves up to the top 8, and that's it for this first half of top 16. On the next half of top 16, we also have some exciting battles. We're going to start off with Danielis Soltsiekas going up against Simon Sandman, both also very well-established competition drivers that we've seen also time and time again take names and put up decent scores and good runs, go up against each other. Then Darius Ostreka versus Artur Kula, also two big names. Matis Slatis versus Ivan Torreblanca, and Marcos Milns versus Damian Chervic. Yes, I got it across the line. Wasn't as fluent as I expected it to be, but there we are.
I mean, the first battle starting things off on this half, we got Danielis, the 31st qualifier in the top 32, winning against Juanan Jorges, our second qualifier. A huge upset there.
Well, yeah, I think that 31 qualifying position, there might be something wrong with it yesterday, since you did see that he was excellent in his first tandem battle to win against Juanan.
It just happens sometimes.
A great deal of skill.
Yeah,
it just happens sometimes, but it never happens like randomly.
No, you don't always qualify well, Sometimes you will qualify worse.
Yeah.
So, let's see if he can keep on going with those upsets as well here in the next one. I mean, there's no battle for him that wouldn't be an upset from here on out. Of course, still Matis Slats as well and Marcus Milns, our own Latvian guys, also competing for the prize. Well, for the prizes.
Definitely. For the Latvian qualifiers, it's actually for the qualifiers, not the top battle winners. We've got gift cards from Drifthalle, if I remember correctly. And for the main actual prize for the overall, not only this race but for the season, is a sim rig from BS Rigs. So that's the frame to attach your wheel, your seat, everything for. I don't know if the seat's included or not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. Okay. At least you do know that. So yeah, great chance to improve your sim setup. Go to BS Rigs website. It's linked in the stream description.
And or, just win the whole season.
Oh yeah, of course. Just win the whole season and see it for yourself.
That's all you gotta do.
Hop in the Discord, register for the next race, get in the servers, tandems with the boys, get some doors.
Yeah, you can see them going for it right now. Look at that, so close already.
Oh yeah.
Who is that? It's Matis Slots in the lead. Who was the chase car there?
Hard to tell.
Oh, look at that. No, all of these guys are so close to each other in the practice. That's nice. It's gonna be good battles.
It's already been good battles. I just don't see it getting any less interesting.
Oh yeah.
But it's already up there.
Well, we did have those few battles that had contact with the wall, So hopefully no more of that.
No more of that. It still makes the battle interesting because it happens. It's some action moment, which is unique, if you may. But then it happens again and again, and yeah, that's not so cool anymore. If you see more and more people just taken out by the same wall.
It was the same exact corner as well. That was weird.
Yeah, been a great comp. Indeed, this is a really fun layout. And if you want to get access to it, just join the Discord. The links there to the Google Drive. That's where you can find all the tracks that we've been running for this series in the previous seasons as well. And don't forget to use the hashtag Slapjā Ragana to support this track. That unfortunately the real life version of this track at the moment are going through some issues with the local municipality and fighting to stay open basically. So look for information about that also in the Discord. It's definitely there.
Yeah, also up in the socials as well. Check out the Instagram.
Definitely,
there's posts about it there as well. Right now though, looks like we're going to be starting things off on our next battle. So right now, Simon Sandman versus Danielis Soltisiakas. It's going to be Sweden versus Lithuania, Team Awake versus Team Nieko Tokyo. And again, E46 against E36. So we got another E46 still competing here at the competition as well.
They're still there.
Let's go. The light is green. Simon in the lead, Danielis in the chase. Big flick initiation there, filling out outside zone 1 perfectly. Daniels a bit more conservative on the start of the chase and then adds too much angle throughout the turn and unfortunately just spins it. So that's going to be an inactive chase there. All Simon has to do now is just complete a nice lead, and that is exactly what he is doing.
Technically, he zeroed out before it became an inactive chase. So it's a 0 for the spin out, not the inactive chase. You know?
No, I mean... Yeah, it's 0.
And you see, it doesn't look as inactive here anymore because it looks like he has cut some corners and made some ground up to put us up a bit more of a show for us today.
There's still another run left, you know, so Simon still has to go in the chase as well, and anything can happen.
Exactly, but unfortunate for Daniel is just overcooks it right after initiation there and spins out after outside zone 2. Very unfortunate.
One of his Lithuanian guys as well in the chat. We got Benes asking what he was doing. Yeah, that was...
No! No! Danielis, you were the chosen one for Benes.
Right. No, the opposite would have been insane, you know. But still, second run left, so anything could happen here. We could still get one more time on this one as well. Daniel's now in the lead, Simon in the chase. Ed, take it away.
Let's see if this one gets to the finish line cleanly and with no issues. Nice initiation from both drivers. Simon immediately on the doors of Danielis. Danielis on the nice line. Missing outside zone 3 though, decent back on the 4. Simon keeping a little bit of a distance but still active in the chase. Now transitioning over for outside zone 9. Big angle from both drivers there, putting up a lot of style there going through the corners. Great run still, even though we know how this is gonna end. Still Daniel. Oh wow, look at the proximity from Simon there. The aggression on the very last zone. He knows that he can afford to play it a little bit more dangerous there because they're right already in front of the finish line. Crazy run. But unfortunately, I guess we all know that this is a win for Simon Sandman because of the mistake in the first part of this battle. But great show still from him. You can see that he is definitely not playing the technicalities in the rules and allowing himself to do a peaceful chase run. Look at the dive, that was aggressive.
On the last zone, you gotta show them that you can dive all the way up on the as well.
So Danielis, already before it gets announced, thanks for participating in this one, and let's see you in the next one, and let's make it official for Simon moving into the top 8. Congratulations. Let's see who is he going to be battling up against. That's going to be the winner of the next battle between Darius Ostrejka, who's in the lead, going up against Artur Kula in the chase position. Another Lithuanian Polish battle. 2 E36s going up against each other, and there they already go. A nice initiation. Again, it looks like people have found a way to initiate immediately on the doors in the chase, as Arturs is right there from the zone 1 already. Darius keeps the line perfect for his lead run, while Artur still stays on his doors. Doesn't give an inch, but of course Darius makes sure that he has the perfect lead line there, and that Artur can keep up the perfect chase as well. Another amazing run. I just don't have any critic for this to say, because this is just awesome. I don't know. I just witnessed greatness, I feel like.
Yeah, very consistent from both of these guys. Look at that right off the bat.
Awesome.
Darius getting all the zones exactly as he should, and Artur there in chase. Great job. This is what I want to see, and this is the top 16 still. So, it's only going to get better from here.
Such a surgical precision with the transitions in the chase. Just bumper to bumper. Really nice from Artur.
Beautiful stuff. Let's hope we can see the same now that we're going to be changing up those guys in the chase. So it's going to be Darius now in the chase, Artur in the lead. And look at that, Darius, in the chase, leaving some space there to get a run-up, to get right onto his door on the initiation. And on zone 1, immediately he's there on the door already. Artur Kula in the lead, filling out the zones, but Darius there with that run-up, making sure that he can go nice and aggressive here on the transitions as well. Stay in the pocket, staying a bit further back here through this zone, but after the transition right now, going for the attack once again in that chase, while Artur Kula getting the wall right perfect. Exactly what we want to see right here. And then on the inside clip, a bit too deep there from Artur Kula, but Darius just following it perfectly. And now on the last outside zone, yet again, amazing job by both of the guys. I think in this second run, there was the gap between them was just a bit bigger. I feel like Artur Kula managed to have the proximity there, but also from Artur Kula in the lead, he did miss that. He did go a bit too deep in that last inside clip.
Yeah, you have to be looking for small issues like that in a matchup like this because Darius, of course, also no stranger to good chase runs and puts up a really great proximity run here.
Yeah.
It was just a tiny little bit further away, I think, at the beginning of the track, as you pointed out already.
At the initiation, though, that was super aggressive.
Yes, that is some interesting line that a lot of drivers are picking for the initiation, and it just puts you in the door. Very interesting choice.
Darius Ostrejka moving on to the grade 8 right now for the top 8. So yeah, congratulations to Artur Kula. That's going to be Darius with a win. And yeah, in that chase, you just leave a bit more space. You have a bit more run-up. You'll have more speed when you initiate, and that's how you can attack right away from the chase as well. So now Mati Slats is in the lead, Iban Torreblanca in the chase. 46 versus 36 initiating into the first outside zone. Mati Slats is hitting the first two zones very well, but Iban right there in the pocket already from the very start of the run. Staying very close now, slowing things down. Good job on the inside clip as well from both of the drivers. Great angle there in the lead, very smooth from Matis. And now Iban in the chase, going to be going more aggressive here towards these wall rides as well. Look at that, great job there in the pocket on that chase. Very close bumper to bumper transition. And now for the last outside zone, nice and smooth from both of these guys over the finish line. Great first run.
Style from both of them, indeed. Great lead run from Matis, but the chase and an aggression from Iban here, just also on the doors throughout all of the zones right here, transitions right on the bumper as well, not leaving any gap in between them. And he basically doesn't even have to spend any time for catch-up because he's just right on the doors right after the transition ends. So no dramas at all here. A really good run from both the drivers. Let's spin them around, send them back around the track with their swapped roles and see what they can do. If there's any room for any mistake here that can develop and show, or if it's gonna be another perfect tandem run.
Yeah, I'm hoping for one more time between these guys. That was very nice already.
Yeah, absolutely. The more drifting, the better. Don't threaten me with a good time. Okay, and here we go. The light goes green, and they run up for their second run. Iban in the lead, Matis immediately there on the doors in the chase. Really great line from Iban there, no shaking, staying on the angle throughout the first zones, transitioning over for the keyhole now. Matis staying right in that front pocket there, now transitioning over for that outside zone 8. Still on the doors, extremely close proximity from Matis slots is there, but Iban keeps up the perfect lead run still. No dramas here whatsoever, just both drivers 100%. Oh, I had to say it. Was that across the finish line already or not?
That was close, but that was already at the very end. So yeah, let's wait and see the replay. I mean, look at the rest of the run though.
Yeah.
From the start, Matis, great proximity there on the initiation already. A bit further, falls a bit further back a bit later on, but still very consistent on the proximity. Iban, great lead run as well. Lots of angle, great filling of the zones as well. So yeah, a good run. So let's see what happens here at the end.
Yeah, but you must have a safe finish. Like, that's something that judges also count. So you can't just crash after the finish line. You have to safely cross the finish line.
Okay, that was before the finish. Yeah,
that was definitely before the finish line, and definitely involves somebody's fault. And definitely gonna get penalized heavily with points.
I honestly didn't expect any contact there, so I was already looking away. I didn't see the end of that one. But we are looking at the replay once again. Maybe there was something beforehand that... Or wait, no, we're looking at the other run right now. This is gonna be Matis in the lead. Yeah, look at the angle. Great job. And Iban in the chase as well. I mean, such good driving.
What a nail biter. I could not figure it out myself. Like, it was just like a split-second event when that happened. So I really would need to watch that one back in slow motion to be able to tell. Lovely run in the replay here.
And judges still deliberating. Okay, looks like we got a decision right now. So, slide them left for Matis, right for Iban. And moving on to the top 8, it's going to be unanimously Iban Torre Blanca. So congratulations to you, Ivan.
Yep, so it must have been Matis' mistake hitting the wall there at the very end. Unfortunate for Matis that the race ends like this. Third qualifier, doesn't go further than the top 16, but we're going to see him back.
Or maybe, you know, it was late enough to where they didn't count it as important enough when you compare the chases, because I would say that was a very solid chase from Iban.
Still crash. Yeah.
Oh, and there we go. Yeah, no, we have a clarification. It was Matis' fault. And right now, though, Marcus Mills, Damien in the chase. Marcus Mills in the lead already through outside zone 2. Great job on the lead from Marcus. Damien staying close at a consistent distance. Now slowing it down for outside zones 5 and 6. Getting through the touch and go nicely as well into zone 7. So consistent proximity there from Damien in the chase. Now we're going to want to see him attack a bit more here on the last 2 zones, and that is exactly what he does. Gets right on the door of Marcus, who's showing us a great lead run and bumper-to-bumper transition into the last zone. Damien falling a bit lower there on the line, but managing to reel in the proximity there over the finish.
Really nice from Damien there in the chase. You see in some of the zones he chose the mimic approach, to mimic it in a way so that he's also completely filling the zones, also scraping his rear bumper on the tire wall. So those always look nice. Look at, I think it was here in the next zone here. Yeah, nice wall ride, basically from both of them, synchronized wall riding. And great job in the lead from Marcus there as well, from Team Drifthalle. Another great lead run from another great driver. But let's see them swapped around. What is Damien bringing us in the lead, and can Marcus chase it down as they already initiate over for outside zone 1? Marcus staying a little bit away but reeling it back in as they go through the first zones, now transitioning over for the second big sweeper for the keyhole, where you tighten up and slow down a little bit, going through outside zone 7, transitioning over for outside zone 8. Nice proximity from Marcus in the lead. Very stylish lead run from Marcus in the chase. I mean, very stylish lead run from Damien here with a lot of angle going through the last outside zone. Marcus falling back a little bit, taking a little bit of a different line there, but still good proximity, but not exactly maybe mimicking perfectly the line at the end. Decent run overall.
Marcus trying to go really aggressive in the chase in terms of the proximity, trying to dive in as much as possible on all of these corners. But yeah, Damien providing a very good lead run for him to do just that. So yet another great battle that we have on our hands. I love these transitions into outside zone 11. Just looks like everybody's going bumper to bumper with how close they are on that one. So judge is still deciding. So who do you think won this one? Another look at the replay, alright. What do you think, guys? One more time maybe?
Judges being undecisive about this battle. Must have been something we missed.
Yeah. Or it's just that close?
Might have been, either way. Okay, I guess they've decided who they're sending up against Ivan Torreblanca in the top 8, and it's going to be Marcus Smilns who advances. Not a unanimous decision, but congratulations to Marcus for making it into the top 8. Unfortunate for Damien, race ends here, but that is the end of our top 16. Now, let's continue with the next stage of our race. That's going to be the top 8, where we have 8 of the remaining top 32 drivers battle it out to make it into the next stage, and after that it's going to be the finals. So we've got 4 battles in the top 8. It's going to be first Armand Westman is going up against Viktor Janowski. Then we're going to see Frederick Blokhus battle it out against Siim Voort. Then Simon Sandman trying to take out Darius Ostrejka, or the other way around. And then Ivan Torreblanca going up against Marcus Smilns. So it's going to be an interesting top 8, an interesting bunch of battles that we've got coming up in this stage of the competition.
Yeah, only 8 battles left total here, unless of course some one more times happen. And still seeing some of the drivers who qualified a bit lower, Frederick Blokhus, Simon Sandman, Ivan Torreblanca, qualifying 18th, 19th and 20th.
Yeah, but again, I think that number is a bit misleading. It must have been something wrong in the qualification that's just gone wrong for them, because I know that they're great drivers.
Not wrong, you know, sometimes you just score a bit lower.
Yeah,
but,
I guess.
That's what I'm saying, you know, like even the lower qualified drivers here making it through so far already. I mean, for Simon Sandman, he did have the battle against Daniels, who managed to score a huge upset in his previous one. But then for Iban, for example, a great upset as well against Mati Slācis, was our 3rd qualifier up against the 19th. So yeah, great drivers. I'm gonna have some good battles coming up.
Can't wait.
Which one are you looking forward to the most?
Ooh, really hard to tell. Really hard to tell. I think probably Frederick Blokhus versus Siim Voort. I think that's going to be a really interesting battle to watch.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, you know. I mean, the guy who presented the track itself would be interesting to see Siim Voort going up armand Westmanis as well later on.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, if only we could just take all of these drivers and just simulate the battles between everybody.
Everybody goes up against everybody.
Yes, exactly. Like a ladder style.
Yeah, exactly. We see who wins more, you know, and that's who moves on.
Maybe we should introduce a ladder style competition where you bat.
How long would that take?
Oh, that would take a long time.
Oh, yeah.
We would have to like automate it so that the judging is automated and the battles take place every day.
And they take place simultaneously as well.
Oh, okay, that's a bit too much. A drift fantasy league.
Exactly, that's pretty much what it would be.
Yes.
Imagine doing that in real life.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
And the amount of tires you would have to burn up for something like that.
Oh no. But hey, having to drift every day, I would only see it as an upside, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, looks like we got our drivers going up to the start line. It's going to be Armands Vesmanis versus Viktor Janovski here. Starting off the top 8, Armands in the lead, Viktor in the chase, and a bit of a gap once again here on the start, trying to get the run-up. Armands in the lead right now, big flick initiation there, filling out outside zone 1, Viktor immediately aggressive on the chase, great mimic of the angle on that one as well. Armands making the transition into outside zone 4 right now, right on the wall. Viktor not letting him get away at all, now slowing it down just a bit for that inside clip. Great fill of the zones here for Armands, and Viktor keeping it nice and consistent. Maybe a bit less angle here in some of these turns, but right now on the long wall rides once again, trying to attack even more and get in on that door as well to leave some marks on this chase run. So over the line they go, and the first run is now over. So what do you think about this one? I think Armands had a great job in the lead. Viktor in the chase though, leaving maybe something a bit to be desired, knowing that Armands is going to be the one who's going to be chasing him up next. I think the proximity here might play a big role on this upcoming battle.
Yes, well, if you know Armands, then you know that he's going to be trying to get so close to your door that he can scrape his name on the side of it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so if you go up against him, if you're chasing first, you definitely want to get as close to him as possible. And it does look like Viktor does leave some room there on the table. But let's see if Armands goes aggressive enough in his chase, and if Viktor can put up as good of a lead run as Armands just did, as they already initiate, and Armands immediately gets in the door of Viktor, and Viktor is on a really nice line. But look at the proximity from Armands there. That's exactly what I said he will be. He's right on the doors there, keeping the mimic completely perfect, going through outside zone 7 right now, transitioning over for outside zone 8. Very nice from both drivers. A really nice outside line from Viktor in the lead that gives Armands an opportunity to get right in the pocket in the chase, transitioning over for the last outside zone side by side with tires smoking, going across the finish line. Great job from both of them. Really nice job from Armands in the chase. Showed exactly what I expected from him. Exactly robot, textbook precision in the chase.
Yeah, good run by both the guys. Looking very clean here for both of them, so honestly I can't tell who did better on this one. Of course it was a great chase from Armands, but from the angles that we have, you know, we might have skipped something else.
Yes, of course.
Because it is a long lap that they have to do right here. So yeah, I do wonder which way this one's gonna go. I really like the cleanliness of this battle right here. Both the guys just putting up a fair fight, but no big mishaps happening here.
Completely agree.
The top 8, you know, you expect very solid runs,
yes,
and that is exactly what we got right here.
Yes, some clean driving, some actual squeaky clean driving. Very nice to see. And we're gonna get to see it again, at least on replay. The lead run from Armands and the chase from Viktor. We're watching for some minor things.
I mean, with these guys, it is very close. You have to check it multiple times.
Yes.
Great job yet again by both of them.
It does feel like the proximity wasn't exactly there for Viktor in the chase, but let's see what the judges say, what's their final decision. And it's unanimous for Armands Vesmanis, who moves on to the top 8. So for Viktor, the race ends here. Let's see you in the next one.
Top 4, I think
top
you
4.
meant.
I am sorry.
We're already this far in.
English is a hard language, and numbers are even harder. I am just a caster. Not too smart. Okay, next up we're gonna see Fredrik Blokus go up against Siim Ward. Siim's gonna be in the lead, Fredrik's gonna be in the chase. Estonia against Norway. Let's already go. The lights are sending them on the way. Nice initiation. Fredrik taking a bit of a relaxed chase line, falling back a little bit as they go through the first zones and trying to catch up in the second part of the track right now, but having some difficulty with it. In the meantime, Siim is just putting up a heater of a lead run, just not disturbed at all by Fredrik's presence on the track. Goes through all the zones cleanly, Frederick has finally caught up all the ground that he lost, and they already are going through the last outside zone. So I'm wondering if that's not going to be a bit too late for Frederick to get close in proximity, because look at the starting here. He did make a decent initiation, but then fell back for some reason. So there's quite a significant gap in between them, at least judging from what we've seen in our last few battles. That is a pretty significant gap, I would say.
Yeah, Seam definitely knows what he has to do in his chase now.
Yep.
Hopefully he has a spotter as well telling him that, Frederick stayed a bit further back at the start. If he can just keep that consistent proximity going at the start as well and go more aggressive like he did on the previous runs, he could get this one in the bag. But of course, as always, he only has one run in the chase, so
yeah, no second chances.
Exactly. So let's see what he got in store for us right now. Frederick in the lead, Seam in the chase, initiating into outside zone 1. Good job by the lead driver. And look at Seam right there, already closer from the very start in the chase, not letting any distance open up between them. Slowing down now into outside zone 5. Very aggressive in the chase, right on the door of Frederick. And Frederick, of course, keeping the line nice and clean throughout all of these zones right here as well. Big angle going to outside zone 8, but that does not shake Seam at all. He transfers into the outside 9 zone as well. Just perfect mimicking here in the chase. And then the last attack to show he can get on the door whenever he wants. Great calculated chase by Seam right there as well. And of course, Frederick pulling up with a good lead to allow Seam to chase him that well. That was a very good chase run.
Yeah, really nice from Frederick in the lead. I really like the snappy, fast, big angle transitions here that he did. But Seam in the chase, absolutely unshakable. He's just gonna stick it to your door and not go anywhere. Great job from him. I liked to see the transition timings just being so close that it leaves you almost scared that he might crash into him one of these transitions, but it just never happens. Great job from him in the chase.
Yeah, good runs.
It's getting crazy intensive already in the top 8. Well, it's already pretty close to the end of the race. So that's exactly how it should be at this stage.
Yeah, so of course the driver of this one going to be going up against Armand Svesman, so that's going to be a tough battle for either of these guys. And looks like we have our winner ready to go. So moving on to the top 4 to battle Armand Svesman, it's going to be Seam Ford unanimously winning out this one. So yeah, amazing chase run. And oh man, on that top 4 battle right there,
you're gonna see the battle that you wanted to see.
Those chases are gonna be really good from both of these guys.
Oh yeah, we can't wait for that. That's all basically a final worthy battle already.
Yeah.
But next up, the other half of top 8, we're gonna have Darius Ostreka in the lead, going up against Simon Sandman in the chase. 2 E36s again, nice initiation for both of them. Simon leaving some distance between them again, but catching up before outside zone 3. Ooh, contact between them, so Simon, it looks like he didn't leave enough room for the transition, while Darius still goes on his lead run, untested. Some more contact from Simon Sandman there in the chase position. Really doesn't like leaving gaps between him and the lead driver, which is actually not a good thing. You can definitely lose points if you don't leave gap for the lead driver to transition. But across the finish line they go. Not much to comment on Darius' lead run, apart from that it was really decent.
Right on the wall.
Yes.
It was so good there at the very start as well.
Very good.
Of course, from Simon impeding the lead a few times. Luckily, not too bad of an impede in terms of that. Darius could continue there again as well, I would say that's pretty big minus points, especially if you're trying to go into the top 4.
Yes.
He was going with as much aggression as he could, but that was just a little bit too much at two of those corners. So that's going to be a pretty big advantage over to Darius, who has shown that he can provide good chases as well. So let's swap things around right now. Simon in the lead, Darius in the chase. Sweden versus Lithuania battle. Big swing there into outside zone 1 from Darius. Good job on the initiation. Simon staying a bit further, Darius staying a bit further back on the outside zones 1 and 2, but then immediately dives right in for zones 4 and 5 now for the touch and go as well. Yet again, amazing job by both the drivers right now. Simon showing that he can lay down a solid lead, but Darius Right as I say that,
Oh,
Simon
no.
slams into the wall. That exact wall takes yet another victim. I'm pretty sure that was that was independent by Simon. in the
Yeah,
lead, and,
that did look like it.
That's painful. That's painful. I mean,
It's also
look at the
painful that
chase.
they took out Darius, so he doesn't have a completed chase run as well. So they might go OMT just
No,
because.
if it's if it's Simon's fault, then it's just Simon zeroed out.
Well,
That's
yeah.
all it is. That's yeah.
Well, yeah, fair,
Yeah.
true.
I mean, great run. I really like the chase by Darius. We have the decision right here. So yeah, on this half of the bracket, it's going to be Darius Ostreika moving on to the top 4. So Simon, unfortunate with those taps, going just a bit too aggressive. Very good runs from him. A little bit too much aggression on this one, but I hope we're going to see him fix those runs on the next.
Hey, it's not often that
Event
you
as
have to
well.
dial it back because you're just too aggressive. Usually you don't
And just
get out to
barely.
the end of the lines.
Just
Yeah,
barely too aggressive as well. It was very close on that one.
yeah.
It was very nice.
But next up, we're going to have Marcus Smilts from Latvia in the lead, going up against Iban Torreblanca from Spain in the chase. Our last battle of the top 8 to figure out who is going to be going up against Darius Ostreika in the top 4. And the lights are green and off they go. Marcus in the lead. Iban immediately on the doors in the chase position. Great lead line from Marcus there, going through outside zone 3, transitioning over for 4. Perfectly timed from Iban in the chase as well. Does not lose any ground. Remains right there in the pocket, transitioning over for outside zone 8 now. A little bit of a gap, but wheels it back in outside zone now. 9 now for the big tire sweeper. For the inside clip, coming over for the last outside zone now. Still keeping it steady, Marcus in the lead on the angle. And Iban right there on the doors in the chase. Oh, wow. Some crashing right after the finish line. I guess that doesn't count anymore since they had already finished.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's a bit far
a
in there.
pretty good run from both drivers. No very exciting extreme moments from any of them.
Nice
But
consistency.
yeah, nice
That is
consistent
what we got
runs.
right
Nice,
here.
solid, consistent runs.
Both of the drivers, Marcus, very solid on the lead. Iban just replicating the line, replicating the angle, and very consistent in terms of the proximity. So a great clean start for this battle as well. And yeah, look at that, just attacks there at the end as well. And even when he attacks, he's going closer slowly,
Yeah,
slowly,
yeah, it's just inching towards.
showing that he has the control.
Perfect.
He can do it. And now swapping it around. Iban in the lead, Marcus in the chase. Big aggressive initiation by Iban. Marcus managing to stay close with a little bit less angle though, keeping up that proximity to the first outside zones. Iban now hitting the zone 3 and 4 as well. Marcus going on the inside, making sure that he can be aggressive and attack when going through the inside clip and outside zone 7. Good transition, nice timing by both of the guys. And now yet again Marcus in the chase, trying to attack more and more, although a bit of a gap opens up now on outside zone 9 now for the inside clip, and a bumper to bumper transition. And just slowly reeling him in from the chase is Marcus. So Ivan, I would say better runs overall from what I saw. Marcus here on the chase, looking a little bit shakier. The consistency wasn't there in terms of the proximity. He was getting closer, then a bit further away, but still just great runs from both of these guys. Again, yeah, that's what I like to see. A nice, clean battle.
Yeah, the confidence was there for Marcus anyways. You could see that he's really close to the lead car. He's not afraid to bump into it if it would ever happen. But a really good lead run from Iban there as well, keeping it smooth and steady in all the zones, not missing any of them.
Yeah.
So this is up to the judges to decide, because I really cannot tell, too close for me to be able to tell who wins this one.
Great consistent driving. This is a big track,
Yeah.
11 zones. So to keep it this close, great job by both the guys right here. Another look at the replay. So yeah, still deciding. Look at the aggression there on the chase. Just taking a completely different line before the initiation, just to make sure he has as much aggression as possible there.
Yeah, Iban looks really steady and
Exactly.
and stable in the chase, so no wavering there. No adjustments in the angle.
Maybe not as close as some of the other guys before, but just very consistent in terms of the performance. Yeah, there at the end as well. Great job on those transitions.
Nice, nice. Interesting what the judges are looking for in the replay. Because usually we don't see all of the replay to the end before the score gets announced, but I guess they wanted to see the whole run.
Yeah, this one's fairly close. This one is a good one once again. So this side of the bracket providing some clean battles for us. Hey, it could be. And
it is.
It is a one more time. There we go. Anders and Armands going one more time, and Martins voting for Markus Milns. So gonna be seeing these guys go at it again. Nice. That is what I like to see. So yet another clean run, hopefully, from both of the guys. Let's just keep this up.
Yeah, let's hope they actually go a bit more aggressive this time around. They both now know each other's capabilities. They field each other out. Now they know that they can maybe push it a bit harder for the second time around, because it wasn't enough to inch them out a win in the first one. So you have to be a bit more aggressive and a bit more confident in the second round to show that you are the one who should win this one. Don't leave it into the judges' hands. Show that you are the one who should win this one. And off they go for the first one. Markus in the lead, Ivan in the chase. Right there, already on the door is Ivan after transition, but a really good line from Markus in the lead. It looks like they are a bit more aggressive this time around. It looks like they are a bit faster, a bit of a bigger angle coming here through outside zone 7 right now. Really good proximity from Ivan going through outside zone 8, now transitioning over for 9. Very close proximity to the wall is Markus in the lead, but Ivan still right on his doors, not leaving an inch on the ground here, reeling him back in after the transition for the last outside zone and across the finish line. Yeah, I think it was a little bit more aggressive than the first time around.
On this one, you can definitely see Ivan going up in terms of the aggression. Look at that, getting right on the wall here from Markus in the lead as well. And check it out right here. Ivan going aggressive right now, getting closer. And you can see that because he's going as aggressive, he's not being as smooth. But right there, you can see the proximity. Then he goes back just a bit. And now once again, look at him dive in here. Quick
Good
flick,
job, yeah.
and then just dives right back in as well. So yeah, another great run by both the guys. Can see that Ivan is trying to be more and more aggressive like there as well. Just get back up on the door a bit faster. Just show them that you are the one that should be moving on.
Definitely knows all the secrets for a decent chase run.
And now swapping things around, so it's going to be Ivan in the lead, Markus in the chase. Very aggressive on the initiation, and he hits the wall. That's going to be a straighten there by Ivan in the lead, unfortunately. So,
no.
that's what we have one more times for. You know, it's all about that consistency.
Yep.
And unfortunately, Ivan could not provide that on the start of this one. Still, moving on though, I mean, going through the rest of the track, he is looking very solid on this one.
Yeah, puts up a show.
And Markus, you know, just not letting it phase him at all. Slows down a bit, lets him get back on it, and then just gets right back into that pocket.
Just celebrating getting into the top 4. He's taking all the practice that he can get, you know. He has to go up against Darius Ostrejka.
Yeah, completely independent on that one. That's unfortunate. But, I mean, great job by both the guys. Was a very nice battle that they had going, and I mean, still, the rest of the second run as well. Just one mistake there at the start, you know, these tire walls, they are not forgiving at all if you go a bit too deep. I got some practice in today, and you saw how many times that wall took me out.
Oh yeah.
And I could not tell where the rear of my car was. If I just could spawn in mid-drift right after the initiation, I would do so much better on this track, but I don't know, for some reason that initiation just catches me off guard.
Yeah, it's way easier than it looks, right?
Well, it's way more difficult.
No, I mean, it looks way easier than it is.
Exactly. So last place in the top 4, the last spot filled, that's going to be Markus Milns winning this one. So congratulations to you, Markus. Ivan, I hope to see you on the next one, because man, that was a great battle that you put up right there. A nice one more time. And yeah, it's going to be Markus Milns against Darius Ostrejka in the top 4.
But before that happens, we're going to see the first battle of top 4, which is going to be Armands Vestmanis going up against Siim Ward, our number 1 versus number 5 qualifiers respectively. the battle that you really wanted to see is not happening in the final, it's happening in the top 4. And let's see them take it away. Armand starting in the lead, Seam starting in the chase, and a really good initiation. Seam immediately on the pocket. Armand's, of course, right on the golden lead run line right here, transitioning over for outside zone 4, coming over for the keyhole. Seamward still stays in the pocket of the lead car, does not leave an inch on the ground. They're transitioning over for outside zone 8 right now already. A little bit of a tiny gap developing between them, which Seam immediately reels back in. Now transitioning over for the last outside zone already. A little bit of a gap here, but immediately Seam attacks and takes it back and across the finish line. Very good, of course, lead run from Armand, as usual, as you would expect. From Seam, good chase as well, but not as close as you did see him in the previous runs. But I guess that just might be due to the fact that Armand is just a faster lead driver.
Yeah, that was an amazing run there in the lead by Armand. Seam has some spots where he could have gotten closer, as you said, and I think Armand is going to need to take full advantage of that.
Oh, yeah.
Both these guys are very solid. You know, Armand's putting down a solid line, and Seam being able to trust him completely to put the car where he has to, and knows that he has to really focus up and drive as hard as he can if he wants to get through with this one. Now it's going to be Seam in the lead and Armand's in the chase. Can Armand's get closer in terms of that proximity? Initiating right now into outside zone 1. Good job here from Seam in the lead, and Armand's in the chase immediately. The exact same angle. Look at the proximity, just right on the door right away, doing exactly what he has to do. Great angle there on transition from outside zone 4 to 5 and now through 7. A good job here from both the guys. Look at that Armand, very consistent in terms of the proximity and the line and also the angle mimicking. Just an amazing job in the chase. Seam, of course, being able to provide that with the impeccable lead as well. Now for just the last outside zone. And there we go. That was a run right there. Seam being the one who presented the track, yet again laying down another great lead. And then Armand's just full advantage of that. Look at that, just right from the start, immediately on his door.
Oh yeah, if Seam put down a 100-point lead run right there, then Armand was going for a 110-point chase run, just because he had the opportunity.
Yeah, Armand's did not leave anything on the table.
Yep.
Just maximum aggression.
Great run.
Look at that.
Really love to see this. Awesome. Great job from Armand in the chase. And for Seam in the lead as well. You just could not put up a better lead run than that, I think.
Yeah, so
awesome battle.
Big battle, and now going to the final after this one. It's going to be Armand's Westman unanimously. Amazing chase run there by Armand's. A great lead as well. Just, yeah, great stuff, great stuff. So one of our own Latvians in the finals of this one. And we could have a Latvian versus Latvian finals here, actually.
We could.
It's going to be Darius Ostreika versus Markus Milns right now. So two great drivers once again. Both have been having a great day so far. On this one, it's going to be Markus in the lead, Darius in the chase to start things off. Look at that gap that Darius took there in the chase. He is going to want to be aggressive. And now off the line they go. Look at the initiation right there. A bit shallow there on the initiation from Markus, but then Darius takes full advantage of that to get on his door right away. Falls back just a bit to let him get through the rest of the zone and to the transition. Now slowing things down for the touch and go. Darius putting his car where it has to be, and Markus managing to fill out those zones. A bit of a shaky start there, and a slight wall tap, but still Markus managing to pull it together here for a great wall ride. Darius not shaken in the chase whatsoever, just stays where he has to, and a very aggressive pull up on the last zone. Oh, and another correction by Markus. I don't think there was contact there, so
might have been.
I think there's a few mistakes here on Markus's part that Darius saw and that he knows that he can take advantage of.
Outside zone 4 almost completely missed.
Yeah, that as well. And yeah, that's gonna be, I mean, Darius gets to see that from the chase immediately, so he knows what he has to put down for that lead. Looks like on this one, Markus is gonna have to go very hard in the chase. He's gonna have to force a mistake from Darius if he wants to keep this one going, I feel like.
Well, I just hope that all we get to see is a intense battle.
Yeah.
That none of them is gonna throw the towel in early. But let's see, Darius in the lead now, Markus in the chase. They've been swapped around. They're initiating. Marcus initiates right on the door as well. A little bit of wavering there, but still finds a perfect line there to stay side by side. And a really interesting transition from Marcus there in the chase. Darius on a really good lead line. Marcus right on the door there, somehow has found his way in the pocket. Oh, does not leave space before outside zone 9, but still gets up the ground, gets back up the lost ground. Darius not really shaken in the lead position. Last outside zone going across the finish line door to door, but a lot of mistakes I think from Marcus in this chase. Might be critical for him in this battle, so might not be enough for him to win this one. This transition over here for outside zone 4 was way offline, but interestingly enough, doesn't impact the line or his proximity to the lead car somehow. Did not leave enough ground here before outside zone 9. That was also a pretty big mistake. How's your thoughts about this one?
Yeah, I would say just Darius was way cleaner on both of his runs. Marcus, unfortunately, making some mistakes here and there, could not quite pull it together, couldn't get that clean run going in either lead or the chase. So moving on to the finals from this one, it is going to be
Darius Ostrejka.
Yep, moving on to the finals, Darius Ostrejka unanimously. That means Marcus Milns is going to be going up against Siim Voort for third. That should be happening right now as well. So another good battle. So 5th and 6th qualifiers right now. So right next to each other in terms of the qualifying. And this is going to be a tough one. So Marcus is going to have to really pull together in terms of the consistency if he wants to make it out on the third spot. Because Siim has been putting on some good runs so far.
Yeah, it's pretty stacked top 4 we're having here. Imagine you lose your battle to Darius Ostrejka and you have to battle Siim Voort for the third place. It's none of them is going to give you an easy victory. None of these are easy battles. So Siim is going to be starting in the lead and Marcus is going to be in the chase here. Another E36 overall battle. All E46s have been eliminated already. So it's an E36 final and podium and everything. We have to admit that it's a better car, I guess. Okay, but the light goes green. Siim goes for the lead run, Marcus goes for the chase, and a nice back-to-back initiation. A little bit of a gap between them at the beginning. Marcus trying to reel it back in before the outside zone 3. And transitioning over for 4. Great line from Siim in the lead position. Massive angle, completely filling all of the zones. Marcus still there in the chase, right on the doors as well. A little bit of a different line taken by Marcus in outside zone 8. Now on a very good line and proximity for the last outside zones now. Going through outside zone 11, the last one right before the finish line, finishes door to door. What a run, really good from Siim, perfect lead. Some tiny mistakes from Marcus in the chase, again some interesting line choices, but overall managed to keep the proximity up and did not really have to shake his car around much to get the chase complete.
Yeah, Siim doing a great job in the lead. I would say that if he pulls up with his usual chase, I think he might have this one in the bag. Marcus not managing to get that consistency in terms of the proximity. There, of course, towards the end, pulls it together here for the last outside zone, but throughout the whole track, I would say that Siim definitely has what it takes to take this one through the chase right now. And off the line we go, and Marcus with a mistake there on the initiation, completely off the line, but Siim is right there on the door, adjusts immediately and continues chasing, not shaken up whatsoever. Amazing proximity here going throughout the rest of the track. Marcus managing to pull it together right now, getting into these remaining zones right now as well, zones 7 and 8. And now for the wall ride, a great job here by Marcus, still managing to keep up on the second part of the track, but Siim just unshakable. Yet another great chase
Oh,
Good
wow.
job by Seam there. Yeah, unfortunate mistake from Marcus in the lead. Managed to pull it together for the remaining of the run, but yeah, that initiation, he just goes over the bump and just straightens out.
Yeah, was that a handbrake initiation? Because that usually wouldn't happen if you would just do a clutch kick and a flick.
I think he just mistimed it on the bump there.
Yeah, interesting.
Got straightened out.
Yeah, but for the rest of the run, he keeps up the philosophy of if you can hear Seamboard's engine right next to your ear, then you're doing an all right line. And he puts up a great rest of the lead run. Unfortunate for the mistake in the first zone initiation, but Seam just sticks it on the door immediately. Great proximity. Now they're standing nose to nose, celebrating this. What a great performance from both the drivers. They've gone a long way. They've went through many battles. Of course, losing this one means you won a lot of battles previously to get to this place anyways, so it's no small feat to even be here.
Yeah, getting as many battles as you can in a day. That's what this one's about, you know.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, for the third spot right now, Judge is taking another look. I mean, I really like the consistency of Seam throughout all of his runs. For Marcus, looks like the nerves are getting the better of him here towards the last rounds.
Yeah, the consistency.
In the top 4, battle for third.
Consistency of Seam is definitely something to look out for the next stages of the competition as well.
The third place of this event, so slide up left for Seam, right for Marcus, and taking the third place for the Slapjā Ragana event, it is going to be Seam Vort unanimously. Congratulations to Seam on third place. Of course, Marcus, great job getting this far as well. And yeah, I hope to see you here on the next one as well, pulling up all the way to the, well, semi-finals.
Yep, that is basically the semi-finals. And now we've got the finals. We've got Armands Vestmanis in the lead going up against Darius Ostrega in the chase. A first part of our final battle today to see who wins in our Slapjā Ragana longest and most technical layout yet. As the light goes green and they're running up for their last battle of the night. Armands initiating on a very good line, but Darius there, right on the doors immediately, very close proximity, just not an inch between them left there. Armands on a perfect lead line, as he has been doing all day long today, but Darius right there in the chase, unshakable. Look at this door, with his tires on Armands' door, now going through the last outside zone, transitioning over. Such a close proximity, just going across the finish line, door to door. Darius in the chase. Great run from both the drivers.
Amazing. Armands putting on a great lead, and then Darius taking full advantage of that. The proximity here on this one. Darius does not want to leave it in the judge's hands. He is going for maximum aggression here through outside zones 4 and to outside zone 4. That transition there from Armands, super aggressive, but Darius just right there on the transitions. Amazing job by both of the guys. Okay, that's what I want to see in the finals.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want to see. I mean, if these guys keep up this performance, and I think they can on the next one as well, this one is going to be very tough to judge, because we know how good Armands is in the chase. We've seen Darius's leads. Now it's time for the second run. So the light is green. Both of them are going. It's going to be Darius in the chase, Darius in the lead, Armands in the chase. Initiating here, very aggressive from Darius. And then Armands getting right on the door, right off the bat already. No distance between the cars whatsoever now into outside zone 4. Darius slowing it down just a bit. And Armands still there in the pocket. He is unshakable. Getting a wall tap right there throughout outside zone 7, and now going over to zone 9, and there is a bit of an impede on the transition there by Armands, going just a bit too aggressive. Darius though keeps on going here now through outside zone 11, the last zone, filling it out nicely, and Armands there in the chase. And man, that slight
I want to see the initiation again. It looked like Armands was really straight at the beginning, and he had to add a lot of angle.
Not just that, also at the end there, he impeded the transition there of Darius. So unfortunate there for Armands. Those small mistakes make a lot of difference here in the finals. Right
here,
there. Yeah, see,
before outside zone 9.
Yeah. And I mean, Darius keeps on going. Still gets back into the zones right away as soon as he gets his hard set car set up at angle. Whew, there we go.
English hard.
Yeah, already nearing the end of the day. So yeah, the winner of this event, Lithuanian versus Latvian event for us right here. Another look at the replay. So here on this one, yeah, look at the aggression on the initiation in the chase.
Oh yeah.
Great runs by both the guys. You know, I would like to see some more one more times. Let them battle like 4 times.
I wouldn't mind. The best out of 5, you know.
Yeah,
That's how they do.
Best of 5.
Best
That's
of
a good
5,
idea.
as they do in the competitive like CS or something.
And you know what? You vote one of the runs a one more time, then each of them wins 2. And guess what? You're up to a best of 7 already.
Yeah, of course.
Who takes 2 back-to-back first? Well, yeah, on this one, Armands with a bit too much aggression in the chase. And looks like we have our winner for the event here already. So slide them left for Armands, slide them right for Darius, and winning the Slapjā Ragana event, it is going to be unanimously Darius Ostreika. Congratulations to you on the win. Great runs, good consistency all throughout the day. Amazing job here by Darius Ostreika. Armands Vestman is taking 2nd place, a bit too aggressive there in the finals. Up until that point, just flawless runs, and then in the finals wanted to show as much aggression as possible and just overshot it by just a little bit. So great job by all of our drivers. Armands is gonna be the 2nd place, Darius in the 1st place, and of course Siim Voort in the 3rd place for us as well.
Yeah, wow, what a battle, what a race. It's been really fun. Congratulations to Darius with the victory on this one. Unfortunate for Armands to lose it with 2 small mistakes like that, but we're definitely hoping to see all of the drivers that we've seen today and yesterday return to the competition when the next round is happening. That is going to be in approximately a month. It's going to be the end of July. Keep your eyes out in the Discord. All the announcements and the information is going to be there, and if you want to participate, you can of course still register for the next round and get yourself in the competition as well. Thanks everybody for joining from the viewers' perspective as well. We hope you had a nice time watching our race, and please tune back in for the next one in about a month. In the meantime, keep an eye on the social medias to get all the info about our performance in the actual Latvian Street Drift League. And as we see our drivers at the moment setting up on the podium for that Hall of Fame snapshot. Once again, congratulations Darius Ostreika for the win, Armands Vestman is for 2nd place, and Siim Voort for 3rd. A podium completely stacked with E36s. The E46 has been eliminated.
Yeah, so all E36s on this one. Hopefully on the next one, the E46 can make a comeback once again. And yeah, of course, thanks to all of the sponsors as well. Can see them there in the background. And of course, guys, once again, par Slapjā Ragana, hashtag par Slapjā Ragana for the Wet Witch.
Yes.
Dealing with some trouble right now, so show them some support. Hopefully the track can come back stronger than ever. And yeah, thank you to everyone for joining in. Hope to see you on the Discord as well. And that's gonna be all for us today.
Yeah, I've been Ed, and together with me, it's been my brother Red. It's been nice to be here for you this race as well, and see you in the next one in about a month.
All right, guys, see ya.
Bye.
Showing off, don't wanna have to wait tonight.